Alright, hello and good morning, everyone. We are once again resuming the hunt for the shiny Amaura, the snowy diner snore. There's my dino counter. Move the dino counter over there. Did I actually, restore the PP to all my moves? I did not. Okay, I need to go fix that immediately. But yeah, we're just going to be continuing on the Amaura shiny hunt today. And hopefully we got. I mean, we've been on just an absolute tear with shiny hunts lately. How you doing, Bonbon? How you doing, Bonbon? Crimson, Maxwell Kane, Alex Bumgardner. How are you guys doing? Hope you're all doing great. But yeah, we've been on an absolute just tear lately when it comes to shiny hunts. We got the Lilligant, then we got the Amaura. We just so hey, Cynical Cyan, how you been? How you been, Cynical Cyan? But yeah, we've had a lot of great luck lately with shiny hunts, and I'm hoping that luck continues. Because there's that doing. I've been worse. I've been worse. Don't really want to go into it because it's just not really something that I want to bring up on the channel. But could be better. But I mean, it's mostly like a personal thing where I don't really want to go into it. There's our snowy dinosaur, snowy little dinosaur. Two. So yeah, I know I'm no heat ran. We got the melty face. I'm so glad that we got the melty face. Also, I have a request for you guys. Can you guys go back into the streams, like, if you guys know the streams that we did? Foreign Ditto yesterday, I said Masuda hunting, trying to get... Yeah. I mean, Masuda hunting, the best way I prefer to do it is, like, batch hatching, so just get a whole bunch of eggs in the PC and then start hatching them in batches. That's the way that I prefer doing it, but I know not everyone does it that way. But I have a request for you guys. The Helios voice, you know, the deep, this voice. Can you guys let me know what streams I actually did that voice in? Because I want to kind of go and grab, like, a highlight montage reel of that voice, and I need to know what streams I did it in, because I can't remember off the top of my head. So if you guys, let me know which ones I did them in, so, I could, make that into a whole montage thing, that would be super great. Hey, morning, Rosie. Morning, Rosie. How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. I know I certainly am. There's another snowy diner snore. I love my snowy diner snore. Imagine farming 100 eggs versus 10. Yeah. See, that's the only issue with batch hatching. And that's the only issue with batch hatching is that could potentially happen. But, you can hatch, eggs 5 at a time. Collect eggs, a breeder, run around, hatch eggs, party worker, pretty. Yeah, that's what I pretty much do. That's pretty much what I do. But yeah, if you guys can remember what streams I did the Helios voice in, so I could make it into a montage. Well, not a montage, but a highlight reel, a supercut. I think a supercut is what they're called. I don't remember the exact name, but that kind of thing. So I could do that. But yeah, because I'm glad you guys love the Helios voice. I am so glad you guys love it. We'll swap Weavile in the lead because we don't have to go through the shiny animations. But yeah, there we go. Snowy Diner Snore. Imagine not getting a shiny. I mean, that was me for a month. That was actually me for over a month of just a shiny drought. Then we had Lilligant, which just popped out of nowhere and boom, shiny luck, get shinies. Because the thing is that we've been doing 2 shiny hunts a day for however long, since during the entirety of Safari Week, and no shinies at all. Lilligant, boom. 2 days later, boom, heat ran. Lilligant brings us the shiny luck. The Lilligant broke the curse of the shiny drought, and that Lilligant is an absolute hero. That Lilligant is an absolute hero. The fossil quest is basically we are shiny hunting every single fossil Pokemon shiny. So we're gonna get shiny Amaura. Okay, every shiny line, every shiny fossil line will be shiny hunted. So for example, we're getting shiny Amaura. We'll get the Amaura and Auroras line in 1 Pokemon. We have a We have a few shinies already for it. So we have Dracovish, Dracozolt, uh, Aerodactyl, and we are presently working on Amaura right now. But it's basically like we're just getting every single fossil Pokemon shiny is pretty much how it goes. Shiny up for 10 times a century, yeah. I mean, that's how it feels sometimes. I'm just hoping we get it soon. I am glad that you did mention, Hannah, that, oh yeah, if you, beat the thing and you knock it out, you actually have a more likely chance of encountering one that appears. I'm so thankful you mentioned that, Hannah. And again, guys, thank you guys all for coming out this morning. Hope you leave a like and, subscribe if you guys are new. Really helps the channel grow. We had a bit of a bad sub purge last night. We lost 4 or 5 subs depending on what time the thing got recorded at. But yeah, we had a bit of a bad one. But I mean, we're coming back strong. We are slowly pushing our way to big 1K. Shiny Reshiram in Sword and Shield, no Shiny Reshiram yet. Yeah, I mean, I have a Shiny Reshiram. It's actually on one of my competitive teams, and I'm super happy about it. But yeah, it's Reshiram's a bit of a long hunt. Amusingly, it was one of the first. It was actually the first shiny. I did 1 raid. Yeah, I know. Thank you guys. I'm glad that you guys you guys do check to see if you guys are still subscribed, because there have been a few times where some active viewers have been purged for some reason, and just I don't get it. It makes no sense. That oh yeah, you're an active viewer. Purge. No sense. No sense. Also, we found like 5. You found like 5 female Amaura right in a row. It's again, little more than a 10% chance of finding a female Amaura, but yet it's all we find, and it makes no sense. None at all. And yes, Zed is indeed your clone. Zed is indeed your clone. There's the Snowosaurus. And nope. 8. There we go. YouTube is indeed. That is a very, very factually true statement about YouTube. Cynical. Very, very true. But yeah, we got some stuff and things we're gonna go work on. We got some stuff and things. I mean, YouTube it's a good system. YouTube is a good system normally. It's just sometimes it doesn't work properly, and we just want it to work properly. All right, so that is 8 down so far. Again, we've gotten 8. I think this is the 6th female Amaura. We only find. Yes, it is factually accurate. It is actually facturate. That is one of my favorite misspeaks I've ever had, because I merged factually and accurate into one giant word that is just facturate. That was my favorite just flubs there. But again, guys, don't forget to leave a like on the video if you haven't done so already. YouTube. I mean, that's exactly true. Crimson, that is exactly true. One of my favorite. I do have a shiny charm. If you're Masuda hunting Cynical, do you have the shiny charm? Because if you have the shiny charm, the odds are 1 in 512. If you don't, I think it's 1 in about 1,100 something. I think like that. I think those are the odds. Yeah, it is also pretty humid where I am as well. It's pain. I hate the humidity. I can deal with dry heat. I can deal with dry heat. I can't deal with humidity. I would. It just I don't get how people enjoy a sauna. I do not understand how people can enjoy a sauna when it is literally a humidity box. But yeah, the odds of that are the same. The odds of USUM, or they're called awesome because it's an awesome game. They're the same odds as in this game. It's I think 1 in 1. It's 1 in 512 if you have the shiny charm, and it's actually pretty good odds, all things considered. It really doesn't take that long to get an egg from Masuda hunting. It's just when you're streaming Masuda hunting, it seems to take a little bit longer because we like to keep the stream moving, of course, and we also can't do it all day. If I could do Masuda hunting all day uninterrupted, just while I'm watching, say, YouTube videos or just music, stuff like that, I would be able to do it much longer. But because I only have so long of a finite mental span when it comes to the channel, I can't do it all day, and that's why I've been trying to push into longer streams. 3-4 hour streams is what I've been trying to push more towards to gradually acclimate myself to the more intensive stream times, but it is a bit difficult to do that. Should ice typing be the one of my favorites? It's I love the cold. That is funny. I mean, that explains why you love Hisui and Zoroark. That explains why you love Hisui and Zoroark. But yeah, I like a couple ice types too. There's a couple great ice types. I mean, I love Mamoswine. Mamoswine's absolutely fantastic ice type. Lapras is a bit of a mix for me, but I do like Kyurem. I very much like Kyurem and the whole idea behind it, because the reason why Kyurem works is the absence of energy is, lower temperature. So what you have is you have a Pokemon that's the whole thing is it's cold because electricity and fire are absent. So if you take away heat, in the form of fire, something cools down. If you take away energy in the form of electricity, it cools down. So it leaves just kind of as this broken, frozen over husk of a Pokemon. And I love that idea. Because, they're based on, the concepts of yin and yang, of course, Zekrom and Reshiram. But Kyurem is based on, I believe it is called, Wuji, or Wuji. It is like the concept of absence of, yin and yang. And that's why I freaking love it. I freaking love, it is this deep origin, and knowing it the time of day. So confused. I'm getting different answers from Google, but I've gotten 50 to 20, also got 5. Yeah, one of those is probably just Masuda, one of those is probably just Shiny Charm, one of those is probably incorrect. But yeah, it's weird how the Shiny Hunt, how the Masuda Shiny Charm works. But yeah, I think it's 512, I believe, is the odds for it. It kind of looks like Bruno Mars. Are you in the Southern Hemisphere, Bonbon? Are you in the Southern Hemisphere? But yeah, again, guys, don't forget to, share the video out to your friends so that we can get the channel growing, help recover from those dastardly sub-purge-gorithm. Like, the purge-gorithm is probably is annoying, but, I understand why the purge-gorithm exists. I understand why the purge-gorithm exists. It does perform a very necessary function of, weeding out the bot alt accounts, and in a way, it is good that it actually purges things, because it means, okay, look, accounts that are just alt that people, gave to boost are gone. You're getting actual viewers more consistently, but the problem is that, it'll sometimes, purge actual viewers, and they won't notice you've been purged, which is the annoying part. Oh, regular. Regular odds is 1 in 4,000. Is 1 in 4,096 are the regular odds for no Shiny Charm at all. Those are for a regular encounter, as well as just a regular egg. Masuda, I don't remember what the actual odds for a Masuda is without the Shiny Charm. But yeah. Is it London? Is it London, Bonbon? I know London is famous for just rain all the time. Is it London? I mean, I know it's a British thing in general. I have a few British from the back. Is it actually true? It just rains a lot in London. Say yes, it does. It's like how I have a couple of friends that are Canadian. I say, so is Canada just maple forests, Vancouver, or Quebec City, Montreal? And they I do joke about I know it's more than that, but it's it's kind of thing we joke about. I not only got Kartana in 25 DAs today, but also a shiny Araquanid in Fusa's DA. Why does Jones love me but hates my wild hunts? I mean, that's how I am. That is the exact... Is London an island? I mean, it's on the British Islands. So, in a way, I guess it is. I guess in a way it is. Is that Australia? No, it's not Australia. Does it rain a lot in Australia? Does it rain a lot in Australia? Maybe it does. I don't know. Are you in America? I mean, Hawaii? Could it be Hawaii? I have no idea. I'm not the biggest, I don't really fly, so, I don't really know about, what islands, rain a whole lot, because I don't like flying. I know, because of Superman Returns, flying is statistically the safest mode of travel. But I just don't like flying. I don't like being suspended in an aluminum tube with wings, however many thousand feet over the ground, because I have a fear of heights, and I don't like the weightless feeling when flying. I'm actually going to be flying to go visiting my dad in a while to because we're gonna go see him out in Nevada. And the one thing for me is like I just don't want to fly. I hate flying. It's for them that I hate roller coasters. Is I just don't like the weightless feeling. I've known a couple people from Maine. Granted, they were friends from college. Spanish is the main language. Any Mainers? ECF. Flame Body. Yes, Flame Body. It's Flame Body, or I believe Magma Armor is the other one. They are two abilities. Flame Body or Flash Fire? I think it's Flame Body. Yeah, Flame Body. Flame Body is an ability, Cyan. Basically, what it does is, if a Pokemon makes physical contact with it, it has a chance of burning the Pokemon, but it also has the field overworld effect of cutting in half the time it takes for Pokemon eggs to hatch. It's a very, very good ability for that reason. I'd recommend, if you can, get a Centiskorch, Volcarona, or, as much as I hate it, Talonflame, because it has that. Wait, you guys live in Puerto Rico? Really? I love how, like, yeah, it cuts it in half. It cuts in half the walk time you needed to hatch eggs. It's so good. It is such a great ability for, like, hatching eggs. I use it all the time for my Masuda hunts when I need them. It's so helpful. It's like, I love all those little things they just added here and there for, like, abilities, like, just add overworld effects. Like, I love Synchronize for the nature locking. Except in the Nuzlocke, where I accidentally, do that to my Pokemon without realizing. But yeah, there's, like, a lot of fun things. London, once that rain, I was like, oh. Really? So it rains a lot in Puerto Rico? Interesting. I did not realize it rained a whole lot in Puerto Rico. I mean, I think Fletchinder might have Flame Body, because I think it also is part Fighter. But I generally go by, like, name of the final evolution, just because that's what my brain generally defaults to. But I think Fletchinder does also get Flame Body. But yeah, I would... but Volcarona, in my opinion, like, Volcarona and a Larvesta, in my opinion, are the easiest ones. Because I believe Fletchling and the Fletchling family can have a different ability as their standard. Whereas I believe, Volcarona and Larvesta only have Flame Body as their standard ability. Swarm is the hidden ability, so, like, I just think it's more reliable to go with the Volcarona family. But yeah, really, dude, I guess that makes sense. I guess that does make a whole lot of sense, Crims. That it is, it's very green because all the rain. I didn't think about it like that. That's a good point. Diner Snort, Snowy Diner Snort. But yeah, like, we're just doing pretty freaking well with this. We're cutting through these encounters at a relatively quick pace, and I'm hoping we get our shiny soon, because, like, we are, like, slowly getting our way to those. I mean, I would like to push to, like, maybe 1,000 encounters today at minimum. I don't think we're gonna do anything like the Lilligant, where it was like, I mean, the Lilligant, we did like 500 encounters in one singular stream. That was insane. That was just insane how long that stream went on for. I mean, I'm glad I went on the stream for that long. It was great to have it go that long. And it really did, prove to myself that, I can actually, like, do these, 4 or 5 hour shiny hunt ones. But it was a big long one. And yeah, we did get the Melty Face. We did get our Melty Face. So you guys have a couple of shiny reactions to look forward to in a couple of days. I got in Larvesta from a trade. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where, hindsight is 2020. But yeah, you can get Larvesta from the Isle of Armor, I believe, during Sun. But I mean, let's see. So I think it's Flash Fire and Magma Armor are the two abilities that do it. I thought Thick Fat for a while could have done it, but I guess I was wrong about Thick Fat. I know, Hannah, I know you are, and I'm very sorry that I got the Melty Face and you weren't there. I'm very sorry about that. Oh yeah, Colossal is too. Is it Colossal's hidden ability? I think it's Colossal's hidden ability is that. Because, like, I know Colossal's regular ability is, like, Steam Engine. I don't know if it's other, if it's I could check. I could just check. It's not. I thought it was a hidden ability. Colossal. I mean, I only know Colossal for having Steam Engine because of Santino. And I'm so happy that, like, yeah, I have actually, like, used that Colossal team for, because it's fun. Like, that was fun, having that Colossal. Because, there was a tournament I was a part of actually about a year, actually, exactly a year ago. A little less, a little over a year ago. It was, like, mid-June, where Santino, the person who used the Colossal team at the Players' Cup, is in, like, the Pokemon Club Discord I'm a part of. And I, said, like, does anyone know, like, where I can get, like, team tips for, like, using that Colossal team that won the Players' Cup? And someone just joked that, oh yeah, Santino might know a thing or two about that Colossal team. And I said, oh really? Has he used it before? I said, he's the one that made it. And my jaw just hit the freaking floor. Like, wait, that's that same Santino? It was so great. It was absolutely, I loved it. It was so good. So what's the abilities? Is it actually its hidden ability? Is it not its hidden ability? Is Flame Body? I thought it was I thought its hidden ability was Flame Body. So I thought it was like regular abilities were Flash Fire and Steam Engine. So I know Steam Engine is like its standard ability, one of its standard abilities. I guess I don't know Colossal as well as I think I do. Because I've only ever used like Colossal once. Oh yeah, Flash Fire is its hidden ability. Okay. Huh. I was wrong about that. Thank you for pointing that out. I guess I was wrong. But yeah, I think Larvesta and like Volcarona are the better ones to go for, just because it's a guarantee that it will be Flame Body. Because the encounters, like, they have their certain ability. You need the hidden ability to get it. I'm gonna go get Fletch Endure because it's Route 8 to play a bit more of the story. Nice. Very nice. Oh, do you not? Oh, you don't have the game beaten yet. That's what it is. Right. So you really can't go to the Isle of Armor to get the Larvesta. Because that's going to be like level 60. And if I recall, there is a like point in the game where like you just can't catch Pokemon above a certain level from you. So like Pokemon, I think it's like 10 levels higher than your highest level Pokemon, you just can't catch. Like, it just prevents you from catching. Hey, there's Kayla. There's Kayla. How you doing, Kayla? How you doing? I heard Flapple is fun to use in competitive. What are your opinion about it? I've never used Flapple, so I can't really weigh in on it. I mean, I play doubles. And doubles is a very, very different metagame from singles. So I really can't comment too heavily on it. Because it's just a very different like thing from the way that I play. But I'm pretty sure what it does is it does like Dragon Dance things, which is fun. This is a Switch game, TBT. Are you new here, though, TBT? That was great. That was absolutely amazing, Danny. Can someone please go grab Danny's link? Can someone please go grab Danny's link? But are you new here, TBT? Yes, this is online, but this is a Nintendo Switch game. Welcome to the channel, though. If you are new here, thank you very much for popping in. And also go show some love to our good friend, Fearsome Ferrothorn, a.k.a. Danny. Wonderful friend of the channel. We love to give each other a little bit of crap in streams, but last night's stream was absolutely amazing, Danny. That was so good. You came in at like the perfect time, and the entire like snowball effect of everything that came after that led up until us getting our shiny multi-face Heatran, and it just made like just such an eventful stream. I loved that stream. I hope all of our streams end up like that, because that was glorious. There's a part of me that wants Dansome Fearothorn, Fear Dan Sumothorn, Dan Fear Ferroseed. I love it. You guys are just you guys keep me entertained for the long haul of these shiny hunts. I would not be able to do these shiny hunts if it wasn't for you guys being such a great chat. I know the banter is again. You come for the shiny hunting, aka me suffering. You stay for the witty banter. You stay for the witty banter. But again, guys, if you haven't done so already, please do not forget to, meteor mash that like button and, hit the subscribe button. Helps the channel grow. We are on our way to 1K subs. and we are presently in like. I love how it's like sort of like a soft race between Danny and I to see who gets like 1K first. That's I find that funny. Like, yeah, we're not really racing to get to 1K because like we're both gonna probably hit it around the same time. But like I just find it funny that yeah we're both so close to getting it, like almost at the exact same sub count. I love it. I will be there to help you with your shiny hunts. Just remember, Danny, don't take the legendary when you battle against it, because then you can't get it anymore. Because then you can't get it anymore if you catch it. You can no longer shiny hunt it. So don't catch it. There's the 7 key. I mean, I might... The thing is, I don't know if I will, because, like, remember, you have the support of, like, doing collab stuff with you guys. Danny, we tried warning you. We tried warning you, Danny, but you didn't listen. We tried to warn you. We literally told you in stream, if you take them, you can't shiny hunt them, and you still took them. Oh, you're great. I'm Route 5, got a thing. Someone clipped my stream last night and clipped it where Jakey's had bullied it. That was great. That was like, again, the other thing is I need you guys to, like, tell me the streams where I do the Helios voice. Because I want to make, like, a supercut montage of every time I do the Helios voice, just because it is so entertaining. Like, your reactions are the best when it comes to the Helios voice. It's always a delight to hear your reactions. It's like, the thing I love is that it's not really even, like, exactly spot on for Helios's voice. It's just with the headphones on. It sounds like a mix of Helios from Bakugan, Dr. Claw from, like, the original Inspector Gadget cartoon, and a little pinch of Yoda. I love it. It's like, it's this weird, just gravelly, angry, growly man voice, but it's still just it's still so entertaining to make the voice. Again, like, you can hear the little trace of Yoda. I dare you invert the switch colors at some point, shiny hunt, so I know it's colors. I actually don't know how to invert the colors. I actually don't, I mean, I'd like to do that if I can find a way to do it, but I don't know how to invert the colors. I just think it would be fun. I may have a spare Flame Body Pokemon that I could send you. I'd be very happy to send if I have one. 'Cause, I mean, I know I have a couple spares, because, like, I just have, like, so many things. But, yeah. Yeah, I remember having, like, the Bakugan toys as well. I freaking love those things. I had, like, you know, like, the big Dragonoid mecha one. And, like, I remember having that, and I don't remember what happened to it. I think, like, it broke. Like, some, like, the pegs on it broke. And that's what happened to it. But, I mean, I would love to get one of those again. System settings, scroll down to display, and smack. Really? There's a way to invert colors in the system as a whole. So where is it? So it is in, scroll down to display. Muted, keyboard zoom, serial information. USB keyboard display colors, default, inverted. Ah, that. Whoa. Whoa. That is certainly something. That is something. Oh my god, like, it actually looks so cool. Oh, it looks like everything is just on fire. It looks like everything is just on freaking fire. This looks like a metal album cover right now, and I freaking adore it. But I think it's gonna hurt my eyes if I do it too long, so I think we're gonna have to, like, turn it off. But, like, I kind of want to play, like, a game with that, like, the grayscale. I mean, grayscale doesn't really change all that much. Yeah, I mean, that's really cool. Inverted shiny fossil, no thanks. I don't think you can do that with the I don't think you can do it with the DS, though. I'm gonna try and beat Mario Odyssey with inverted colors. I mean, inverted colors, it really isn't that hard to beat the game with something like that, because it's just the same color scheme, just a little changed up a bit. But I feel like playing a game like Breath of the Wild with inverted colors would be so entertaining. I feel like that would be so funny. Play Unite with inverted colors. I mean, I might. I might do it at some point, because that just sounds really fun. That sounds really freaking fun. You know what? You know what? If we get a certain dono goal, you know what we'll do? If we get to the 100 dono goal in the next, like, few days, I will do inverted color scheme streams. I will do inverted color scheme streams. You know what? Title inverted color stream. Goal amount there. Starting amount. We had what, like 13 as the starting amount, and at 07/18. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll end it by the 18th, which is the day that I get my wisdom tooth yanked out, which is not going to be fun. Not going to be fun for me. But I think you guys will certainly enjoy it. I think you guys will certainly enjoy it. I don't play Fall Guys. I don't play Fall Guys. Well, the thing is, again, like, doing, like, a color puzzle with that wouldn't be that hard because all the colors would be inverted. So, like, unless it says, you know, oh, yeah, find, like, the red block. But even then, like, you know, certain colors, you'd be able to tell what the inversion of it is because it's the opposite color. Like, you know, green would turn into red. So if you like, okay, get the red block, okay, we'll just get the color that's inverted into green. Though, one thing I would love to see, like, a color-inverted Halo game. I feel like that could be fun. Good luck traveling, Raphael. Thank you very much. Yeah, what have you started, Silent? Indeed, what have you started? Red would invert to green. Red, I believe, would invert into green. Purple, I believe, would invert into yellow. Black would, of course, invert to white. Blue to orange. I remember, like, the color wheel nonsense things that, like, my high school did. Like, we had, like, art classes. I remember that. Oh my gosh, that's funny. That's actually really funny for that. But again, guys, you know, don't forget to, you know, leave a like and subscribe if you guys haven't done so already. It really helps the channel keep growing. And I would love to see inverted colors unite. I would love... I mean, if we would do an invert color stream. We'd do that. If I could, I would, but that bully Danny is one thing to bully Kale at the moment, right? Danny, yes. Danny, see, Danny... No one bullies Kayla. No one bullies Kayla. Finally got myself a polyrhythmus with that belly drum dive brick break hypnosis. Interesting, Raphael. Very nice. Very, very, very nice. Yeah, I remember for a while, like, Landon was doing an inverted color shiny hunt stream, and, like, it's kind of cool, but at the same time, it really screws up my eyes, because, like, I'm just not used to the colors. Though I would like to do an invert color unite stream. I feel that could be super fun. Do you think someone would trade a Volcarona for a level 60 Quagsire? I mean, I think someone probably would. I think someone would definitely trade big for Lord Quaggingsworth. Lord Quaggingsworth, Lord of all the Quags. We enjoy Lord Quaggingsworth. I mean, like, we're chugging our way through these encounters. I mean, we're already up to, like, 33 encounters today already. It's like, and we've been live for, what, how long? Yeah, we've been live for, like, a little over half an hour. So we're pretty much doing an encounter every minute. I used to fuse my old name with Pokemon. Interesting. Fascinating. I like it. I like it. Alright, let's go get some shinies. Let's go get some shiny Pokemon. I want my Amaura. But again, guys, you know, please do not forget to, you know, share this out to your friends so we can hit that big 1K. Counteract all those annoying sub-purge-go-rhythm bots that seem to wish to destroy us. But I know, with your help, we can succeed. Hey, good morning, Lakeside. How you doing? How you doing, Lakeside? How you doing, man? Hopefully, you're doing well. Hopefully, you're doing well, my boy. Give me my shiny dinosaur, please. I want my sparkles. I want my sparkly dinosaur. How great would it be if we get it soon? My name should be Sinisters. Let's example. I has Arwa could be. That sounds like a shark right there. That sounds like a shark right there, Crimson. Cinearch. That sounds like a shark Pokemon, all things considered, and I kind of like it. Because for those who actually don't know, many, many, many years ago, when I was still in like middle school, I designed a whole region of Fakemon, and one of the starters was actually a shark. And it was like, and I kind of liked it. Meta saying no one bullies me. Do you ask for your turn? Exactly, Kayla. Exactly. But yeah, I had an entire region of Fakemon that I created, and the starters were a Venus flytrap with legs, a la PD Piranha from the Super Smash Bros. Brawl. A snake made out of lava and lava rocks, and a giant shark were the starters. And I was super proud of them because they were like all like I liked them. But my favorite clearly was the fire snake one, and it had the best name. I loved the name of it. I called it it was like a volcanic king cobra, and it was like this is the greatest thing I have ever drawn. And at some point, I might do a draw stream of me actually drawing this full thing out. Hey, Twiggy, how you doing? Can we get a please a shout out for our good buddy Twiggy? How you been, Twiggy? Thank you very much for stopping by. Hopefully you're doing well. Thank you very much. Yeah, like it was a great. I called it Volcazra. That was the name because the name you could tell it came a little bit from Volcarona. Volcarona loved Volcarona, but I named it Volcazra, and it was like this giant king cobra was made of lava rocks and just lava. And it's I draw somewhat in my spare time. Actually, I'll go grab some of my drawings. I'll actually go grab some of my drawings because I also actually do a bit of writing in my spare time, and I write stories about my monsters. I write stories about my monsters, aka kaiju, and I am the only one that can actually draw them because I'm the only one that knows how they look. So let me grab some of my monster drawings. I have literally right behind me, the nightstand, is a thing of like all my drawings that I have, and I just store my drawings in there. Where is the robot? I have the robot in here somewhere. I need my robot. I know the robot is in here because the robot I'm super proud of. I am super proud of that robot. Am I supposed to have to like tear apart that entire thing to look for the robot? Like yeah, like I mean, I could like post them in like some of the like the Discord art channel. But, like here's like a few of them. I am not ashamed to admit when it came to my drawings, I spent more time on some of these things than I spent time on in classes in high school. I'm not ashamed to admit that. I am not ashamed to admit that. Ah, there it is. There it is. The robot. You can tell I'm a very, very much a fan of Godzilla. That's where they come from. And I am a very, very big fan of like... Because, like, I started writing these stories in, like, middle school. And I have been continuously, like, writing and improving them for, a couple of years. I'm still working on some of them. It's just... Because the way that I work on my stories is I don't, like, write in a linear progression of, okay, I'll work on, this story, go, in this straight line, okay, finish this story, go on to the next one. I jump around. So it's like, okay, I'll work on, this story right now for a couple of pages. I'll go work on this other story for a couple of other pages. I'll hop back in time to, do some other stuff. And it's basically this long train of me just hopping all across the timeline of the stories. And it makes writing it kind of a bit of a nightmare, but also, like, I kind of really enjoy doing it because it's really, really fun. And also, I gotta close my door. There you go. But yeah, if you guys haven't done so already, I mean, one thing I have actually thought about doing on the channel is, like, reading out passages from my stories, because I enjoy writing them. I very much enjoy writing them. The original Moss Deep Twin Fighting Route 19 Pokemon Blaze Black. Oh, you fight them really? You fight them there? So Rock Moon, I drew a Pikachu for a little contest and won a free Pokemon. Nice! That's pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, I do a bit of drawing, and like as you can see, like I do a lot of drawing, but like I'm an uber perfectionist when it comes to like my own drawings, because like I am the only one that has this thing envisioned in my head. I need to get it absolutely spot on perfect, and I go way overboard on it. Exactly, we all love yes. That is exactly true, Kayla. That is exactly true. But yeah, like I mean, would you guys be in? But I mean, I might do some more things with my like my monster stories at some point in the future, because I'm very fond of those stories. It's just that they take a very, 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 very long time to get working on them because I have ADD, and the hardest part is like keeping focused while writing them because I will space out. But one of my like this is like the way that I write them is every single like monster that I create, I have a very specific song that I listen to while I am either writing their backstory, writing the story about them, or drawing them. So, like for example, like the giant mecha robot thing, the giant mecha robot kaiju. I listened to the song "Instruments of Destruction" by NRG from the Transformers the movie from like the 1990s, 1980s, 1986 I think is when it came out. I listened to that song. For like the main kaijus, right, I listened to "Hail to the King" by Avenged Sevenfold, and there's all kinds of like, just songs that I listen to when it comes to just drawing my monsters, because I love doing that. But yeah, like I have like I mean, I might do like a speed draw stream at some point of my monsters. I'm an uber perfectionist. I'm just an uber perfectionist when it comes to drawing them. And I mean, if you guys would like to see me draw some of my monsters, like just even like some of the Fakemon, like update them in like my more modern drawing style, I'd love to see that. I'd love to do that. I mean, we could do like a drawing stream at some point. Because I remember thinking a while ago, do we do a drawing stream? And I actually had this idea several years ago. Well, that's not several months ago. Was whenever we win a Nuzlocke, I do a draw stream of like the main Pokemon from like that lock that just was the absolute hero force, and I just draw that Pokemon. So I mean, I guess I could do that. I guess I could do that. Would you want to see drawing streams? Would you want to see drawing streams? I mean, if you guys would like to see it, I'd like to do that. Because, like, I do enjoy drawing. I do enjoy drawing. It's just very, very... I'm just an uber perfectionist when it comes to them. I'm just an uber perfectionist. But yeah, it's like there's a lot that goes into drawing my monsters, because they all have like a specific song that I like listen to when I draw them or like write things about them, and I also just love like writing my monster stories because they're fun to write. Meta, you know how much I indeed do. I very much do. I very much do. But yeah, it's like the literally the entire lower drawer of my nightstand is packed with papers that I've drawn on. A lot of them are I don't color them in. The main reason I don't color them in is like I'm just worried about like screwing it up. If I color them in, I would probably like import them into a software like Krita, trace the line art, and then color it in Krita. Well, I mean, I guess I could do that at some point too. I could do that at some point. But yeah, so I guess if you guys want to see that, the first drawing stream I would do is actually a drawing stream of Dialga, land ship the Dialga from the Sleepwalk, where like just that Dialga was the absolute hero of that run. So I guess we'll go do that. I guess like the first drawing stream we do is land ship the Dialga. That's gonna be pretty fun. That could be pretty fun. That's pretty good. Stop calling me. No, spam. Stop calling me spam. I'm creating art in my brain right now. Yeah, I'm glad that you guys are interested in seeing that. I am glad that you guys are interested in seeing that. Because it's not something that I would have expected people, like, would have thought would have been interesting enough to watch. But I am glad that you guys would think that's cool. Because you can tell from like my writings that like I'm very very much a fan of Godzilla. I mean, even as like knowing me personally knows like I love Godzilla. I mean, even if you know like the Pokemon that I like, even if you like, if you've seen the Kaiju lock, you know I love Godzilla. You know I love Godzilla if you've seen the Kaiju lock. I literally built an entire Nuzlocke specifically because of how much I love Kaiju. But yeah, the only thing is they have to like mute things, so that way like the internet, like so I can listen to my music while drawing because the music does help me. The other thing is I don't know how I would actually go about setting up the like the layout for doing a drawing stream for things like that, just because I would need to reposition my webcam. I need to reposition some things. I don't really know how I would be able to do that. I mean, I'll figure it out. I'll probably figure it out at some point. I'll figure out how to do that at some point. But I mean, I mean, if you guys are interested, I would be happy to do it. I'd be very happy to do it. So, I guess first drawing. First draw stream is Dialga. Because the idea I had was that anytime we win a Nuzlocke, I would draw that Pokemon, for you guys, like, just keep, like, a thing of that Pokemon. And, I mean, we had Landship the Dialga was the absolute hero of the entire run. So, Landship the Dialga is going to be the first thing we draw. I mean, granted, you could, like, also make a case of, like, yes, Shock Squatch the Electivire was also, like, equally as instrumental. However, the Dialga took out the Swampert, which the Swampert would have ended the entire run. So I think that debatably makes it better. That debatably like, gives it a bit more of an oomph. Because the other thing is, like, the Dialga came in right after Serena took out Gastrodon. Right after Serena took out Gastrodon, we got that Dialga. So, like, I think that Dialga did that. Art of me and Pikachu. Yes, it would indeed, Kayla. It indeed would be very adorable. But yeah, I mean, I guess I'll go do that. I guess we will be doing Landship the Dialga. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be a fun stream. It would indeed be a very fun stream. I mean, I listened to like Dialga's Fight to the Finish, of course, from Mystery Dungeon while doing it, because like that's such a great song. One of the most wonderful songs there is, like, probably, like, not only is like Through the Sea of Time and Dialga's Fight to the Finish one of my favorite pieces of music in the Pokemon series. Like, it is one of my favorite pieces of music, period. It's just that good of a song, in my opinion. It's so good. Uh-oh, that's bad. Are you sure it's, like, not charged up? Are you sure it's not charged up, Cynical? Because it could be just the battery's dead. It could just be the battery's dead. Because there's been a number of times, like, yeah, that's happened with me. It's like, yeah, my DS it was not on. No, new one is a bit of the extreme. New one's a bit of the extreme. Not exactly necessary to do that, but it might be if there's a problem with the actual like battery itself. But that could just be it's not charged up. Generally, the simplest solution is the one that fixes it. It might be the simple solution. But again, guys, if you haven't done so already, please do not forget to, leave a subscribe and like on the video. Helps the channel grow. Dialga in the foreground, Electivire in the back. I mean, yes, but the other thing is, like, drawing both of them would be a bit hard. Because, like, I'm not good at doing, like, perspective, like, size differences of certain things. Because, like, I generally, like, the entire thing I draw, like, takes up, like, the entire, like, size of the paper. So, it would probably be a bit hard to do that, but I will see if I can. I will see if I can do that. I mean, again, I would love to do that. It's just I don't know if I would be able to do it. Like, Landship. Yeah, Landship definitely carried the Nuzlocke on its shoulders for so long. Just, we lost to Gastrodon. And Dialga became Team Tank after we lost Gastrodon, because Serena was a bitch. We hate Serena. It's like, yeah, we hate Serena. Yeah, that is the same thing with me in a lot of cases. Blub is I had the motivation to draw, but I just didn't have the ability to draw. The more you do it, the better you do get. So it does help. Like, you just practice over and over and over and over and over and over again. but it does take a while to get better at it. It does take a little bit longer to get at it. But yeah. I mean, I'm glad that you guys are. I'm glad that you guys would like to see those. I'm glad you guys would love to see those. Give me my shinies. Give me my shiny dinosaur. Yes, that'll be good. That'll be good. Weavile seems to want to be petted. No, we will not. We will not pet Weavile because we just want to get our shiny dinosaurs. We want to get our shiny dinosaurs. Give me my shiny dinosaurs. No. And avoid, 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 avoid. No, it's a brilliant aura of almost like. The thing that annoys me is that we keep finding brilliant auras of other Pokemon that we are not shiny hunting, and we can't find brilliant auras of the one thing we are shiny hunting. There's an Amaura. I was kind of hoping that a brilliant aura Amaura would actually just pop up right as I was ranting about that, just because that would be funny if it did, but it didn't. It just didn't. But I am glad that apparently KOing stuff does actually make them a little bit more likely to reappear. Let's see. Let's go get some stuff. Here's our but can't get added. So Blub Blub, are you in the Discord, Blub Blub? Are you in the Discord? Just curious about that. No, avoid the giant tree. Avoid the giant tree. I actually find it funny how I have a shiny Abomus now. I have a shiny Sudowoodo in Legends, and I don't have a shiny Trevenant. So I have shinies of like a bunch of the trees. I just don't have the shiny Trevenant. I had somewhat hoped to get a shiny Trevenant though, because shiny Trevenant is absolutely glorious. It is a beautiful shiny. I will go here. Please avoid. Please avoid. Avoid everything. Thank you guys very much. Avoid the trees. Avoid the giant tree monster. You are not Groot. We will avoid the not Groots. I wouldn't mind getting a shiny Snorlax, though. I would not mind getting a shiny Snorlax. Dinosaur. There's the dinosaur. This is going to be $8.99. Very good. So we're getting close to 900. But back to Roserade until I get a shiny Pheromosa. Yeah. Honestly, I mean, I hope you get your shiny Pheromosa. I love shiny Pheromosa's looks. It looks great. It's like, it's just like wearing black pants. But I just like that. I just love that. I think it's great. Avoid. Avoid and dodge. Dodge and evade. Dinosaur. 900? No. 900 encounters, not a single sparkle. I mean, I am glad that, you know, like, it is going a bit long. Because, like, yes, we're getting closer to odds. And we are, so let's see. So odds is around 1,300. So we're about 75% of the way to odds, which isn't terrible. We're about 75% of the way to odds. Isn't terrible bad. Yeah. Not a bad bad hunt so far. Another snowy dinosaur. Another snowy dinosaur. No. No. One. There we go. Mom called tic-tac-toe. She's like, no, tic-tac-toe, tiny mints. Yeah. They are tic-tacs. I love tic-tacs. I used to have tic-tacs, but I don't have them anymore. Hello there, Stephen Bells. Are you new here, Stephen Bells? Welcome to the stream if you're new here, and if you are returning, thank you very much for returning. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and excuse me, sorry for the hiccups right now. But thank you very much for popping in today. It does mean a lot when like we see some people pop in, especially like returning people and new people. Thank you very much. What was that? What was the last message you sent? Where is the chat thing? Where I can't find the chat. There it is. I have LTS. The blue power light is on. It will go on for about 2 seconds. It will turn off the click noise. That sounds like the battery actually is drained. That sounds like the battery's dead, Cyan. So I think that you should probably like charge it in, like just like plug it in and try and charge it for a little bit, because that does sound like a dead battery. Because I think that's happened to mine a few times, and I think that sounds like a dead battery the most. But yeah, I do hope your 3DS is okay. 2DS is okay, because like there is nothing worse than having a broken DS. Let's buy you competitively competent comrade Frankster Morgram with dual screens, taunt and foul-play impish nature. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. The question is though, is it Eviolite or is it Light Clay? Because I feel like at that point you might want to just go with not Imp, what's the thing called? Grimmsnarl. Because a lot of people do actually. The light went red. The light is red. I mean, I think when it is like very, very low on power, it defaults to yellow to blue, and then it just immediately turns red. Though, I think it might be that, but I would recommend they trying to charge it. Hey, Razzie, how you doing? Thank you very much, Razzie. Thank you, Ice Glaceon. How are you guys doing? We are getting so close to 1K, and it is because of the loving support of you wonderful viewers out there that we are able to get this far. So please, if you haven't done so already, please do not forget to go show some subscribe and like if you have not done so already, because it really helps everything growing. Like Clay, if y'all oh, not fully evolved team. That's a pretty good one. That is a pretty good option for your not fully evolved team. Yeah, that's pretty good. I didn't remember that it was for the not fully evolved team, but that's very good. That is a very, very good lineup right there. Alright, so now Weavile is out of PP for moves. We are swapping into the Charizard to start toasterizing the rest of these Diner Snores. But thank you. Thank you very much. But yeah, I do hope that it actually does work. I hope that your DS does work, though. I hope your DS does, like, work again. Because there is nothing worse than a DS that doesn't work, because I love the DS systems. Because if you ever look into, like, the design behind the DS being so rigid and so durable, it's crazy. When they were designed, I think I've mentioned this in a previous stream, when the DS was being designed and, like, product tested, I forget who the person in charge was. They said, if the design for the DS cannot withstand a 1 meter high drop 10 times and not function, go back to the drawing board, restart the designs, get back to square one. And the reason they, decided to have it be a 1 meter high drop distance is due to, well, that's about, the height of a average child's, shirt pocket is about a meter. Or, a child holding it is about a meter off the ground. So, if they drop it, it would fall about a meter. And that's one of the reasons why, like, the clamshell design of the DS works so well. Because I have Nebby, my recording DS, Nebby, right here with me. The rounded edges. The rounded edges are perfect, like, absorbing shock, because, you hit a corner, it compresses the corner up a little bit, and then it springs out. Whereas if it was, a sharp corner, it would just shatter. So, like, the DS is designed to be this just resilient tank of a system. And the fact that it just, we take for granted how resilient the DS is insane. Like, this thing still works. Like, the DS, the original DSs, still work to this day pretty reliably. It's crazy how durable these systems are. Because, like, take a water break, exactly. Hydrate or dehydrate. Drink water if only to outlive your enemies. Hydrate or dehydrate. But yeah, it's like, the freaking thing about the DS being so durable is insane. Because, like, there's, that, what is it, the Game Boy Color that was in some, bunker that got hit and, blown up. But the Game Boy still survived and is still working, and it's in a museum just constantly just playing Tetris. It's like, this is a Game Boy, the old Game Boy, inside of a bunker that got blown up, and the Game Boy is still working. Like, the cartridge of Tetris is fused to the actual body of the system itself, but, like, the fact it survives and it is still playable is insane. Like, that is the kind of durability that these Nintendo systems are made to withstand. And I freaking love it. It's like, because they know their audience. They know their audience. I freaking love it. Hey, Angel, how you doing? Yes, Kayla is indeed the Maxis Shiny Charm. She is indeed the Meta Shiny Charm. But yeah, just like freaking insane. Just freaking insane how good like the designing of the Nintendo systems are. And again, guys, please do not forget to like and subscribe. Yep. Yeah, I saw it. I saw it. And yeah, come on in. I agree. I agree. And where's my snowy dinosaur? Like, that's just the hard part. Just like the snowy dinosaur just doesn't want to appear. But at the same time, because the snowy dinosaur doesn't want to appear, we get these amazing banter. Was last one Rosie Raid? Oh, mine only broke because, yeah, the joint wore out. Yeah. Like, that is really the only failing point of the DS, is the hinge of the joint will just fail because we open and close it so often. That's one of the reasons why I will only, like, close my DS when I am done playing it. And, like, if I'm, like, putting somewhere to store it, I only close it then. Pretty much any other time, the DS is just, like, open or off. Off and open. And it's one of the reasons why when I do a lot of recording, I record... it's funny that you actually, like, say that, because, yeah, that, you can actually check a little bit early in the stream, because I show off a couple of my drawings, on, the face cam. So if you would like to see that, I highly recommend you go check out the earlier part of the stream to see how good I am at drawing. But yeah, it's like the hinge is the only thing that I could wear out. It's one of the reasons why when I do, like, recording sessions, like, for example, the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time series that we're presently doing right now, I generally do recording in sessions of 3 to 4 to 5 hours, and I just record, like, 12 episodes at once, and that's generally how I do my recording stuff. Because I just don't want to, like, opening and closing the DS all the time. Because if I knock out that many episodes just that quickly, well, that's one recording session of only one opening and closing of the DS. Rather than opening and closing the DS like 10, 12 times, which wears the hinge out. I don't know the timestamp. I do not know the exact timestamp because it was like a kind of a prolonged thing. But I think it was around like a half hour into, I think is when it started. Well, actually... I can check when I started the poll. 20 minutes ago I started the poll, so probably go half an hour ago in the video it should be appearing. That's when I start having some stuff in. So about a half hour into the video, a half hour from now in the past is when it probably appeared. Nope, no snowy dinosaurs. I just want my snowy dinosaur. I just want it. Frick, there's a snowy dinosaur. There's a snowy dinosaur. I mean, I'd like a shiny Wave. I'd like a shiny Sneasel. It's a pretty good shiny. It's like... I like the pink. A lot of people I know don't like shiny Weavile and they don't like shiny Sneasel. I actually like it. Like, I like the pink. I like the pink. Think pink. You must think the pink. 9, 10. I'm gonna get, like, we are doing... Like, we're doing pretty good when it comes to encounters. We're doing decent when it comes to encounters right now. I like it. I like it. I just hope that we get the shiny, like, like, this is the weird thing. Hoping we get the shiny, but at the same time, kind of hoping we don't for a while, because, like, the banter we just have during these streams is absolutely priceless, and I would miss having it. Granted, we are going to be doing, like, shiny fossil quests, so, like, we are going to be having a lot of this banter going on a lot. And once we get to Tyrant, it's going to be a little easier. But I'm restricted for Sneasel, for G-Core slot, or Porygon 2. Yeah. I think likely that is a better play long-term just because, like, the advantages they offer. I think, like, likely they offer some better advantages. I would disagree on that, Silver. I would very much disagree on that. I prefer Weavile. I do very much prefer Weavile. Though I do find it hilarious, oh yeah, Weavile just doesn't get any physical ice moves until, like, the modern games, unless you use egg moves. Because, like, the way that you have to breed Ice Punch onto Weavile in Gen 4 is just, you have to get, I think it is a Medicham, use a Heart Scale on the Medicham, then give it Ice Punch with the Heart Scale. Then breed that Ice Punch onto a Baneri with a Lopunny. Then breed the Ice Punch from the Lopunny or Baneri onto the Sneasel. Then you get the Sneasel Weavile with Ice Punch. It is insane the amount of hassle it takes to get that. As opposed to, oh yeah, just give it a TR. It's like, the fact that it takes that much to just get one half-decent move on that's his only physical save attack bonus is insane. Like, that is the hassle it takes to get it in Gen 4, and I think that remained the case for a number of generations. I think maybe Gen 6, I don't think would have changed it because Gen 6 was still stupid with learn sets. I don't even know how TMs and TRs work. I don't even know. Hey, Snorlax, how you been? How you been, Snorlax? I want to check when Weavile learned. I want to check when Weavile learned Ice Punch finally by levels. Because I'm like 90% sure it actually learns it by levels now. But I don't remember when it does. Wait. It doesn't even learn it. It doesn't even learn Ice Punch by levels now. It still doesn't learn Ice Punch. It still doesn't learn Ice Punch. What is this stupidity? I mean, it gets Ice Punch by TRTM, but like, that's still stupid. That's still stupid. I mean, it gets Icicle Crash these days, which like, is good, but like, the fact it needs to be bred on it from like chain breeding is insane. Thank you very much for having Snorlax Whispers Link. Thank you very much. How you doing, Snorlax? How are you doing, my friend? It's like, it's crazy. Just like the insanity required to get those moves on things. I honestly prefer the old TRT, okay. This is gonna sound really weird, but I actually liked the TM system being brought back in BDSP because they give you like 3 to 5 TMs when an NPC gives you a move. Like, because the problem with the original TM system was you only got 1 TM of those moves. That was the problem. Generally, if you had 2 or 3 TMs of those moves, you were pretty much fine. You know, it's like, having 1 Earthquake TM is not good. But like, you had 2, okay, yeah, then I feel a little less pressure to actually not use it. So, giving out, 3, 4 TMs now, okay, well, now I don't, like, feel pressured to not use it. Yes, the infinite usage system is, like, a fantastic upgrade. It is in every way an upgrade. The infinite use system is great, and I am glad they made it. But the one-time use system was never actually the problem. The problem was always you only get 1 of those TMs per save file, unless you like go to the battle tower, like the battle frontier, and grind out BP. Because you can go to the battle frontier and get out. I'm glad just waking up, coffee popping up and lurking a lot of places because people know me aboard. Yeah, fair enough, Snorlax. Fair enough. Really, Crimson. Interesting. But yeah, it's like having now like 3 TMs of a Pokemon, like 3 TMs of like Earthquake. Yeah, I definitely can like use Earthquake on a Pokemon now and not really feel pressure because now I can like give my entire team Earthquake, as opposed to like Smash Cut back to Heart Gold Soul Silver, Diamond Pearl Platinum. You want another Earthquake TM? Well, sucks to be you. You got to go fight the Battle Frontier for like a billion hours, and buy it, or train a Pokemon up to level 91 with pickup, and 1% of the time, you will pick up another Earthquake TM. As opposed to just, okay, here's like 3 Earthquake TMs, have a field day. That is the best change. Like, I still think that the infinite use TM system, and like, there should be no, there shouldn't really be like a consumption of the TMs. Like, no, I'm not gonna Magnum Storm. There is like it is not a great system of having, TMs be limited usage, but giving out multiple TMs counteracts the limited usage availability. Like, that's why the TRs, there's no problem with TRs. Because, sure, they're exactly the same thing as the way the old TM system used to operate in terms of, okay, one-time use consumption, but you can just get them en masse at such a ridiculous rate. You can get, 15 Scald 8 TRs right then. Yeah. Yeah, the infinite use, in the order of, goodness for TM usage, infinite usage is the best. It is the ideal that is great. But multiple TMs being given out when they are single usage is a step closer to the best case, just because, well, there is a cost associated with it, so you feel they are more valuable. The other thing is that you could just go get a whole bunch more of them. Because, that is the annoying thing. Because, yeah, exactly like that. That is exactly the case. The one thing that I remember, from watching, I think it was Chugga Conroy's Black and White series. What's wrong, Ashen? What's wrong, Ashen? What's wrong? Huh? Huh, Ashen? I'm not... Huh? I'm... Huh? I'm not sure what you mean, Ashen. I'm just confused. Oh, it's a song. Okay, Ashen. Oh, I was like... Okay. I take things way too seriously. Okay. Ashen, please do not do that. I take things very, very seriously. I legitimately did think something was wrong. It's please do not do that. I take things way too seriously, guys. And, if someone says, something is wrong, then I immediately have, oh, crap, this is bad. It's I was never, the biggest fan of the Despicable Me movies. It's okay, Ashen, it's okay. It's just, it is something that I do recognize as, a problem that I have. I do take things way too seriously. But, yeah, I do take things a bit too seriously. But, it is something I am trying to move a bit away from. But, even some, my friends IRL, they sometimes lapse on that, and they do sometimes don't really think that it is as big of a problem as it is. But yeah, I do. It is an ongoing problem that I am trying to address a little bit. But yeah, it is an ongoing thing. Oh yeah, it is. You're an Apache Research. Alright, I didn't realize that. I've actually not seen. I've only seen the first Despicable Me movie, and that is a movie that I saw with the former friends of mine who I no longer speak to, and I just block it out because yeah, for those who don't know, one of my actually a number of my former friends from actually high school that I no longer speak to because they were just turned into very, 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 very toxic relationships. I just broken off things with them, and a lot of things I actually a lot of the series I enjoyed actually came from them, which is weird. Very, very weird, though, that, that happened. Because if it wasn't for one of those friends that I now utterly despise with a burning passion, I never would have actually been introduced to Chugga Conroy, aka the inspiration behind me making this channel in the first place, and what I would say is probably one of the most important people to me when it comes to just, in, mental, things. Yeah, Chugga Conroy is a huge source of inspiration for me. Alright, Crimson. Alright. But yeah, that actually, former is also one of the reasons I hate Lucario. Fun fact. Fun fact. But also, again, guys, don't forget to leave a like if you haven't done so already, and subscribe if you guys are new. It really helps the channel keep on growing. Do 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 do. Shiny hunting time we go. Let's go get some shiny dinosaurs. Yeah, I did say, oh yeah, your name is Pachirisu. So remember, I keep calling you Blub Blub. So I didn't actually realize, oh yeah, your name actually is Pachirisu now. Funny thing, I actually am not the most fond of the Pokemon Pachirisu, only because people take the Seijin Park winning with it way out of context. It's like, I find it like, yes, Pachirisu actually did win Worlds, but only won Worlds because it was an electric redirector that was capable of surviving electric moves and tanking Draco Meteors. It's not a case of a Pokemon can anything, like, it's not a case of a Pokemon, like, you know, someone making a Pokemon good. It was legitimately the only electric redirector capable of surviving Draco Meteors. So it was a case of, like, just stats at that point. And it's like, it's a very big false positive, because a lot of people, like, cite that as an example of any Pokemon can be good in competitive, when the only reason it was able to be good was because it actually had the stats necessary to be good. It's like, it's one of those why I actually kind of, like, enjoy that, but at the same time, it's like, it is very difficult to explain that to people who don't really play as heavily competitive. But yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Lucario Silver. A lot of it is due to several very, very toxic interactions with people who, like, Lucario was, like, their favorite Pokemon and, like, their icon Pokemon. So it just became, like, disdain by association. The other thing is I just don't like Pokemon that are over-kitted fan service for, like, making them promoted every single generation. That I can, because they were kind of a-holes about it. They were also a-holes about liking Lucario. They were also a-holes about it. I was like, yeah, I just don't really care for it all that much. And they would actually, like, verbally attack me for not caring that much about Lucario. And it kind of turned into, like, the same reason I don't care for things like Undertale. And that's like, if me being indifferent to something makes people go ballistic and say, you are wrong for not liking this thing, your opinion is wrong, we would have to change your opinion about it. That makes me hate this thing is overrated nonsense. The other thing is, I just hate how it's over-kitted every single generation to force it into being, you know, competitively high tier, because it warps the game around itself. And that really annoys me, because it's like, I like seeing the new stuff be good. I don't want to see the same stuff, like, get the kits over and over and over and over and over again. Because it just... Hey, we're getting raided by Coops Trooper! Anxious Christian, how are you doing? I love how good stuff happens when I rail on Lucario. Like, again, I rail on Lucario, the game and, like, life rewards me. Lucas Undergroundy! Lucas, how are you doing here? Lucas, how are you doing? There is Coops Trooper himself. Thank you very much for the raid, Coops Trooper. Thank you very, very much for it. Hey, Lord Jeff, how are you doing, guys? How are you doing, guys? Wonderful to have all of you here. Hello, everyone. I am Metamaxis, owner and operator of this channel. We do a lot of streaming. We do a lot of Pokemon stuff. We're doing a Nuzlocke series with doubles only, randomized Pokemon Platinum. We're doing several shiny hunts. We've actually had a lot of great luck with shinies lately. We got shiny Heatran last night. 3 days ago, we got shiny Lilligant. We're doing an ongoing series of Pokemon Mystery and Explorers of Sky, one of my favorite series to be doing right now. And as you can tell from, of course, the giant, you know, crazy voting bar in the sky above the chat, we are likely going to be doing drawing streams at some point, because I actually draw a little bit in my spare time. I enjoy drawing monsters from some stories I've been writing, and because you wonderful people actually all came in, I'm gonna show you guys some of my monster drawings. Let me know if let me see this face cam right. There we go. Yeah, I do a bit of drawing in my spare time, and I like draw some of my own monsters for my stories. And apparently, you guys want to see me draw some things, so we're gonna be doing that. Also, another one. One of them that I am like the most proud of is the giant robot dinosaur monster. Love it. But the stream right now is going absolutely wonderful because you guys actually just popped in for that raid. We're just hunting Amaura, our snowy diner snore. But Amaura wants to be a little bit of a stuck-up, little annoying thing, as they refuse to appear in the wild and do not. Actually, yes, we are going to be drawing Pokemon. Um, One thing that we are going to be doing is after every successful Nuzlocke series, I will be drawing the MVP of that run. So, in celebration of the completion of the Sleep Lock, we will be doing a drawing stream of, well, luckily a series of drawing streams for Landship the Dialga, the Pokemon that, along with Shock Squatch the Electivire, absolutely carried us in the Sleep Lock. So we are going to be doing some drawing streams. I did actually also used to draw Pokemon. One of the first Pokemon I actually drew, amusingly, actually was Lucario, despite the fact that I don't like it. As a birthday present for that friend I now no longer am friends with and I kind of outright despise, amusingly was actually Lucario. Actually, I think the first one I drew was actually Flygon. Second one was Lucario. Then I did actually do Kyurem once. I think Kyurem was third. But yeah, I do draw. I do draw. Our MVP right now is probably Uncle Joe. He's the Golduck. Water Spout has. Oh my gosh, yes. Water Spout is great. Like, Water Spout gives me nightmare flashbacks because I play a lot of VGC, which is the competitive doubles format, like the official format that the Pokemon Company puts on. And Water Spout Kyogre is a very, very, very big menace in doubles. Because a lot of the time, people will go with a Choice Scarfed Kyogre to make it outspeed everything and get off those, those just devastating water spouts on literally everything in existence. And it's just terrifying seeing 150 base power in rain with stab from a 150 base special attack stat. Kyogre, even with the 70% damage modifier that spread moves have while hitting two Pokemon, for those who don't know, in double battles, if a move like Earthquake or Hyper Voice is used, there is a damage modifier of the attack is only at 70% of its normal base power. So a move like Earthquake deals effectively 70 base power damage against both opponents. Razor Leaf has its 70% of its power hitting each Pokemon to sort of balance out the move's base powers. But even then, Kyogre is hitting with just like a freight train whale with those like water spouts in range. It's insane. Mainly a singles player, water spout Kyogre is always. Oh yeah, like water spout Kyogre is always a menace, even in singles. Because even in singles, water spout Scarf Kyogre is still very heavily used. It's why for a long time Shedinja was so good in Ubers for Smogon. And water absorbed Pokemon like anything with water or something like Kingdra had a quad resist was so important. But especially like these days, it's a little bit more tame because like Storm Drain's been buffed. Yeah, there's a lot of things now like take a look at the Assault Vest is like really helpful. Oh yeah, here's our shiny Heatran we got yesterday. I am so happy this we got this shiny Heatran. And I freaking lost it. One of you guys, can you please go, grab the clip of my reaction to the shiny Heatran? Can one of you please go do that? Because that is a glorious reaction. I adore that reaction. It was actually used in Gen 4. Yep, exactly. Exactly. That is exactly why. I love all the little shenanigans that people would do to pull off to counter legendaries. But my favorite part was, oh yeah, Gen 6, oh yeah, Primal Groudon came out. Yeah, Kyogre did jack squat against that thing, because Primal Groudon is just so OP. It's stupid broken and OP. And I am not sad the Primals are gone, because I really do not want to deal with freaking Primal Groudon anymore. I don't want to deal with no weakness other than itself. I don't miss that. I do not miss that thing being gone. Yeah, Kyogre gets all kinds of moves, but Kyogre doesn't have the attacking power to beat a Primal Groudon, especially in doubles. But yeah, it's terrifying. I have no loss of love for the Primals being gone because I remember I still have the nightmares I still have the nightmares of Primal Groudon and Xerneas. I'm just in the middle of a forest, and then, out of nowhere, spires of earth shoot out of the ground around me, and they close in. And all I hear is that roar. The roar of doom, approaching. The oncoming volcano that levels all in its path. It was Primal Groudon, when it existed, was the single best Pokemon in all formats it was applicable for. There was nothing that did not benefit from Primal. There is no team that did not benefit from Primal Groudon, to the point that in VGC tournaments, there were two of my favorite strategies that people used to counter Primal Groudon. One of them was running a banded regular Groudon, because that way, regular Groudon doesn't get O-code by Precipice Blades. And banded Groudon KOs Primal Groudon with its own Precipice Blades. But then the second one, and my favorite of the two, was people would use Mirror Move, Flying EMZ, Prankster, Murkrow. Hey, nice work on that, Steven. Nice work on that. But yeah, people would use a Prankster, Flying EMZ, Mirror Move, Murkrow against Groudon, because they would switch it in, calling the Precipice Blades, because no Groudon would ever carry a Rock-type move in VGC back in Ultra Series. So, what people would do is, because, Flying Types are immune to ground moves like Precipice Blades, they would use Mirror Move, because Mirror Move is a status move, so it gets priority off of the Prankster. When Flying EMZ is used on the Mirror Move, it converts Mirror Move into a Z move of whatever the last move used by the opponent was. So, it also gives a +2 to your physical attack. So a +2 Murkrow, using Tectonic Rage, was used to destroy Primal Groudon. The fact that people would sacrifice a Z move, and they would sacrifice a Z move and a team slot, because remember, in VGC, you're only allowed to bring 4 Pokemon per every battle. So you are sacrificing a Z move and a quarter of your entire team just to take out Primal Groudon. That is how powerful this thing was. That is how powerful that thing was. That it was worth sacrificing team slots like that just to take it down. I am so glad it's gone. But yeah. Prankster Riolu was also popular for the same reason of, you have things like Hatterene would Dynamax or Gigantamax, use Max Guard. Riolu, next turn, would use Copycat to get off a priority Trick Room. And that way, now you have a Hatterene in Trick Room just sweeping things out. And I freaking love that. Yeah, the regular Groudon strategy makes me just lose it laughing, just because, it actually is super clever, because you're kind of dealing out even more damage because it's choice banded. But the Murkrow one just makes me laugh, because you do not expect this stupid little bird that just can, looks like it can barely fly, to just, out of nowhere, just rip the earth open and swallow the continent Pokemon itself to destroy it. I freaking love that kind of nonsense. But yeah, Prankster Murkrow is a menace. Prankster Murkrow is a legitimate menace. Because I was in a draft league for BDSP. No Eviolite existed in Generation 4's, because BDSP is an exact remake of the thing, with, of course, Fairy Type added, and, of course, the new moves. But someone picked Prankster Murkrow, and I was like, okay, Prankster Murkrow doesn't have a Eviolite. It's not going to be a big problem. I was wrong. That Murkrow destroyed my entire team, because it had Prankster Tailwind, Prankster Thunderwave, and it just crushed us. It was like, I have nothing for Paralysis. I have nothing for Tailwind. I cannot beat this thing. I don't remember what series it was, but last VGC team I made was in 2021 with Incineroar, Kartana, G Zapdos, Metagross, Tornadus, and Lapras. That was probably Series 9, I think is what that was. Because I think Series 9 was no restricteds. But yeah, like, Galarian Zapdos is very, very good in doubles, because there's so much stat debuffing in doubles that having a thing like that where, oh yeah, Defiant is so good. Because like, people would use competitive on Galarian Articuno for the same reason. I love it. One of my favorite things was like people would do. One of my favorite strategies people would do was people. One of my favorite strategies someone did was they would use an Adrenaline Orb competitive Milotic, and they would have a Pokemon next to it with Skill Swap and Intimidate. So that way, they would, of course, intimidate, they would force the opponent to intimidate their Milotic. When Milotic gets a boost from competitive, +2 to its special attack. And it would get the Adrenaline Orb boost, which boosts Milotic's speed. Milotic is a pretty quick Pokemon, all things considered as it is. It's a base 81 speed Pokemon, same speed as Gyarados. So, like, you have base 81 speed Pokemon at +1 with +2 special attack. That is as bulky as Milotic is. You're not going to do well against that thing. And I freaking love that strategy. Because it's like, yeah, I turn your Intimidate team against you. Because it also bodies Snarl. I freaking adore that. Hey, Zed, how are you doing? Can someone please go grab Zed's link for us? Thought it would be... Yeah, it is very, very helpful. It is very good for that reason. I'm not the biggest fan of Galarian Zapdos, all things considered. Because, like, I prefer regular Zapdos' design. I love shiny regular Zapdos so much. But I do love the detail that Galarian Zapdos is a flightless bird, like an ostrich. Whereas regular Zapdos is a hummingbird. A bird that is, famous for generally almost always being depicted as never landing. And then, its Galarian counterpart is a bird that is, like, unable to fly, so it is always running. I freaking love that. Normally I don't do those. But yeah, like doubles, in my opinion, is the better format. Just that I enjoy playing doubles so much more. There is so much more shenanigans you can pull off in doubles. Because, like, you can do things like, well, one of the reasons we actually started hunting the shiny Lilligant was one of my favorite strategies to do with Lilligant is on a Sun team. Sun teams would run Torkoal alongside a Chlorophyll Lilligant. Lilligant would be, of course, tagged with Chlorophyll, max speed, and have After You. So, After You, onto your own Torkoal. Now, Torkoal's a ridiculously slow Pokemon to begin with, but you have After You. After You is a move that causes the Pokemon targeted by After You, if they have not moved yet, to immediately move after the Pokemon using After You. So, you have the super slow turtle, the super slow tortoise, okay, next to a super speedy Lilligant. Lilligant, After You, into the Torkoal. Torkoal throws out just super powered eruptions on everything. And it's so fun. Because the only things that resist fire are Flash Fire Pokemon, Rock, or Water, or other fire types, or Dragon. And last I checked, Water and Rock types didn't fare well against Grass. Yeah, it's pretty much the opposite of Quash, exactly, Lakeside. But yeah, can someone please go grab Zed's link, please? Thank you very much. How are you doing, Zed? How are you doing? Glad to have you in here. This is not shiny anymore, right? It's not shiny, I think. Yeah, it's not shiny. Let's beat it. Beat it up. I'm very glad you guys are doing awesome. Very glad. We are presently on our way to 1K subs. We've been hitting, getting hit a bit hard by the Purge Rhythm bots. We lost like 4 or 5 subs last night just because the Purge Rhythm decided to strike, and we're slowly building our way back up from that. But thanks to all you guys, we are slowly building our way back up. Like, it is because of you guys we are able to grow the channel as quickly as we can, and we have been. And I'm just super glad that it seems we will be able to hit my goal of 1K before the end of July. I'm super excited about that. Hey, DJ Fern, are you new here, DJ? Or are you a returning viewer? Because I do recognize the PFP. But how are you doing, DJ? How are you doing? Yeah, like, yeah, the purge rhythm is annoying. But things I understand like the function of the purge algorithm. It's designed like to weed out alt accounts and bots that don't really watch it, that don't do anything, they just subscribe just for the sake of subscribe, or they're alts. And I understand the function of it. That doesn't mean I like it, because it will oftentimes will actually purge uh, people who actually are legitimate viewers, and it's annoying because when we actually hit 900, my friend Matt Hatman, as you guys may know, or Super Victory Star. Oh, thank you very much for that, DJ. Thank you very much. As many of you may know, Hatman, aka Matt, aka Super Victory Star, the troller, guy who like screws with us. He is like a longtime watcher of the channel, and he got purged when we hit 900. So like, it will screw over actual viewers, and it makes no sense. Because they do that so often. It's like, I really, really wish they would stop doing that. But I get what the function of the purge algorithm is. Just because I understand it, doesn't mean I have to like it. I will indeed do double battles when I will indeed battle you when I do double battles. Because I love double battles. They are my preferred battle system, DJ. And I would be very happy to do that. We actually are at some point going to be doing battle streams where I am going to be doing that when it comes to like me having fully built more of my battle teams, because I don't have that many battle teams fully prepared yet. I have 2 doubles teams that I have, like I'm very much using my doubles teams. I'm very proud of them. One of my singles teams is good to go, but I'm very much a doubles player more than singles. I am not the biggest fan of single battles, but I have more singles teams built, but many of them are not like really tested, just due to I know more people play singles than play doubles. But I am glad that you guys do enjoy playing doubles as much as I enjoy playing them. Because like, the amount of shenanigans you can do in doubles are so fun. I mean, like Zed, the reason I am a competitive genius is because I got my butt kicked by some of the best there are in, like, I would say probably the best there are in the country, because like the people that went to my club, the club at my college, and I got my butt just handed to me by them on a weekly basis. So I learned from getting beaten by some of the best. And that just like hardened me into becoming a better, because these guys are screwing around. I want to beat them. But the thing is, I didn't know they were that good when I went against them. And actually, yeah, DJ, you down to fight right now? I'm down to fight right now. Though the rules for double battles, because we go by official VGC rules, best of one. We're doing a best of one for this thing, but we do, yeah, exactly. Learning via loss, like losses teach you far more about how to improve than winning teaches you. That has always been my policy. Hey, Makimbo! Been a while. How have you been, Makimbo? But yeah, actually, we can battle right now. I actually have like my doubles team that I use already prepared, but the rules are for battling. Bring 6, pick 4. VGC rules. No restricted box, no restricted legendaries, so nothing like Groudon, Kyogre, Zekrom, Reshiram, Dialga, Palkia, Calyrex, Zacian, Eternatus, Lunala, Necrozma, nothing like those are allowed. But like regular legendaries, say something like something like say Tapu Fini or Zapdos is allowed. No, I generally like mythicals. I generally am not like the most fond of, like, I would say they are okay. But I'm just gonna do one battle against DJ. I want to fight right now. Able to do double. Yeah, I'm able to do a doubles battle right now. But I will do a double battle with DJ just because like he's new and I'd like to have a battle with someone who just popped in. I will set up the link code for the double battle. The link code we always go with on the channel for like anything we do is 19283746. So if you could enter that, and I'd be very happy to battle with you. Alright, sorry, and search for the trainer. Cancel any time, but select the menu. I'd be very happy to battle. Because I do have my my doubles team prepared. And, like, this was my, I think, VGC Series 6 team? I don't actually remember what series it was, because I built this thing, like, oh, singles? Oh. Oh, okay, okay. Okay, I'll bring my singles team, then. I'll bring my singles team. Okay, I thought you did say doubles, though. Got high end in OU ladder with my raid team. It wasn't designed to beat anything. It was designed to beat a majority of the teams. Super aggressive playstyle. Yeah. I don't... See, that's the reason I'm not the biggest fan of singles. It's just, like, there's so many switch outs. Oh, okay. Oh, I misread. Okay, I misread your thing, DJ. My apologies. My apologies, DJ. My apologies. I thought you said you wanted to do a double battle. That is my mistake. Okay, I'll bring my singles team then. I have a few singles teams designed. Only one of them I am confident in, and I would very much like to battle with it. I'd very much like to see it. I'm not the biggest fan of Showdown, all things considered. Main reason I'm not the most fan of Showdown is, like, I prefer battling on console. Just, I feel like when I play on Showdown, there's not as much investment in my teams, I guess. You have the code. Also, my name is... Okay. The code is... I think the code actually... Like, I have a thing, like a display on here that actually has the code. There it is. Up. Oops. Transform. Reset. There we go. The link code is 19283746. I actually have, like, that whole, like, thing already, like, right there. But yeah, that's our, like, standard code. Anytime we do anything, we just do that. It's, like, for Dynamax adventures, battles, trades, I always do that code. And I just prefer... it's a bit of a cumbersome code, but I just like it because it's a little, like, it's a neat thing. It's easy to memorize. Let's get in some snowy dinosaurs. Yeah, I very much like the code. I very much like it. But yeah, I look forward to, like, showing off this team. But yeah, so, like, no restricted legendaries, so, like, none of, like, the big box art ones, but legendaries like Urshifu, Tapu Fini, Zapdos, those are okay. Ultra Beasts are not legendaries, so yeah, I'm okay with those. Playing console is cooler and more legitimate, but I can do so much more. Yeah, but see, that's kind of the issue with me with Showdown is. It feels like when, like, playing Showdown, there's less investment because, well, you can just screw around with things. So, I'll, like, go around and make some nonsense teams, whereas, like, with this, because, like, it costs, time to make teams in the main games, that there's more investment to, not just, like, meme things. It's more like, you're more, like, I guess taking it seriously, I guess, is, like, the way to, but, like, that's not exactly the right way to phrase it. It's hard to kind of explain, I guess, for me personally, but it comes down to personal preference, though. I do prefer to battle on console just because it is, these are teams that I actually have and, like, I can point to and say, like, this is my team that did this. Zuru is not a legendary, Crimson. Zoro is not a legendary. See, here's the thing. I know it's clipping into the ground, and it's just like an animation problem that is clipping into the ground. However, I choose to imagine the reason Heatran is sinking into the ground right there is because it's so warm, it just melts the snow when it steps on it. Yeah, this lesson doesn't exactly. Yeah, and the thing about me is, like, I have the patience to do a lot of, like, team preparation because I am just so used to doing it. It's one of the reasons why I really love doing, like, Dynamax adventures. Is that, like, a lot of, like, I see Dynamax Adventures as not, like, a shiny hunting method. I see it as competitive prep, with the reward of shiny hunts. No, Heatran is not a turtle. It is unknown what exactly Heatran is. There are some hypotheses that, like, it is basically, like, potentially a cockroach. Due to, like, its ability to crawl on walls, like, it learns bug bite. Which, I mean, personally, I think, okay, cockroach, I think that'd be pretty cool. The idea of, like, a giant fire cockroach monster is, like, pretty cool in my opinion. Route 1 versus, alright. This will be a single battle. No Dynamaxing for this. Singles, Dynamax is very, very broken. In singles, it was designed much more heavily for double battles, so it's not really applicable to singles. But yeah, Sinister, that reminds me of something like that. Exactly, Underground. Thank you very much for that. Heat Ran is just Heat Ran. That simple. I would also appreciate no screen peeking. That's like big thing is that. We're bringing in the team. This is my PSBC team. I utterly adore this team. We're gonna go with like my favorite thing, the Eternatus. Actually no. We're gonna go Rose. Rose is legitimately. I don't do the Battle Tower Bonbon. I don't do the Battle Tower. The reason why is just I don't need to do the Battle Tower anymore because early on when playing Shield and Sword, Ooh, Polteface. I like Polteface. Early on when playing Shield and Sword, I was experienced with competitive early on, so I was able to like, get right into Shield and Swords, battling like right at the start. So I did a lot of I grinded up the Battle Stadium, got to Master Ball tier on both doubles and singles like several months in a row, and actually I'll switch over to there we go. Face cam and optional. There we go. So what I did was a lot of like the showdown, not the Battle Stadium battles, and I did that. And because after every season of Battle Stadium, you would get, I think it was something like 300 BP for both formats, doubles and singles. I'd get 600 BP per pretty much every month, and that fuels my competitive battling for everything else that I do. And I still have over 1.5k BP just saved up in the bank that I don't even need to use anymore. But I slowly, I chip into my reserves of BP every so often. And, I use that to get mints. I use that to get, various items. Oh, double edge. Interesting. Nope. The Sash! I love this thing. I freaking love it. Oh. Ooh. I like it. Interesting. This is one of the first things I've actually been able to, break. Actually, had I gone for Ice... Actually, no. Had I gone for Ice Gear, I probably wouldn't even won it. I like it. Yeah, I don't... I think that the Snorlax actually probably beats me. The Snorlax beats it. Good. Pretty good. I like it. I like this. The only thing really is now if I can just chip it down low enough is a real thing. Yeah. I don't think I would have been able to actually beat that Snorlax unless I went... Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to beat it if I just went Icicle Spear. Interesting. I like it. Alright, Kartana. We're going in Kartana. Indeed, Snorlax Whisperer. Nice focus sash normally. Yeah, the reason why I don't go White Herb is that there's no point in going for White Herb. Because you can get nuked by a special attacker right at the start, so there's no point in going for it. There is no realistic point to go for it. Smart Strike. Smart Strike. Yeah. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. That's a little bit of a problem. Actually, how about I do this? I'll get rid of mute. There we go. Yeah, I don't really have, the best, setup for things. Into the Melty Face. This is not the shiny Melty Face we acquired yesterday. I have not trained up that Melty Face yet. This is, my standby Melty Face that I use. Flash Fire. Question is, are you sashed, are you scarfed, or what are you? Funny thing is, I have, nothing for this thing, which I just find funny. But yeah, that question is, are you Scarf Lock? Yep, probably it's a Scarf Lock. That's a Scarf Lock. Good. That was a very good call. Alright, it is a Scarf Rotom. Yes, I have two melty faces. This one is not shiny, though. This is my regular one that I just use for competitive battling. And I freaking love it. I use it in a lot of things. But this is my Gary the Gastrodon. This is our good boy, Gary the Gastrodon. I love it. This thing is like my freaking bulk. This Gastrodon is an absolute legend. It has done so much. It does so well. I freaking adore it. It just, anytime I need a Pokemon to do things, I go for Gastrodon. Really? Flinch. Nice. So is this going to be like a slow... Is this going to be a flinch war? Is this going to be a flinch war? Interesting. Mm-hmm. Burn. Yeah, the burn. Feel the burn, as one may say. Alright, there we go. The burn's going to chip it down. The burn is going to chip it down now. And into... Okay, so I know what it's not. I know what it is not at this point. Very good. That is actually a very good tip to have, that I know it is not leftovers. A lot of competitive for groundwater. Yeah. The thing is, the usages of them are very, very, very different. Like, the usage of something, say, like Swampert is very different than competitive use, something like, say, Quagsire or Gastrodon. It's one of the reasons why I love it. They have such very, very different dynamic playstyles. They have such vastly different ways of functioning, and I adore the fact that they have that. Alright, alright. So now here's my wonder. What is Polteface gonna do? My wonder is, what is Polteface gonna do? So Hippowdon is burnt. I know. I'm willing to bet Hippowdon likely has Rocky Helmet. Phantom Force. Interesting. Interesting. Since I'm subsided, Dragapult is going to be in the Phantom mode, which is good for me. Physical Polteface. I'm a little surprised about that. Yeah, I like Gastrodon. I normally use Swampert. But yeah, I love Gastrodon so much. I have used it in so many tournaments. Like, well, not exactly tournaments, but like, I've used it in, like, multiple battle things. And it has just never let me down. Like, generally, it is the hero that I need. Boop. Give me them healings. It's just, it's so bulky. It's so defensive. It doesn't really struggle with anything. Aside from, of course, grass types. But that's why, like, grass types are generally used actually to counter it. Phantom Force. Called that. Is this banded? Is this a banded Polteface? Because, like, that is doing a lot of damage to me. Have a good night. Thank you very much, Coop Trooper, for that. If you know anyone who might enjoy the channel, please do not forget to, give us a shout out, so that way we can help, grow the channel even bigger. Almost hit that Dynamax on accident. Phantom Force, Polteface. I do love the animation for Phantom Force. Freeze well. Polteface. Polteface is going to be one of our next shiny hunts, because I do love Polteface. No. This Gastrodon has no attack investment. It is all HP, all bulk. Because it doesn't really need it. Because the point of the Gastrodon is to deal with water types. So I basically switch it in to deal with water types. And, bulky things. And like it's my general purpose bulk. And it's my general purpose bulk alongside my general purpose attack power. So oftentimes what I do is, like, I just switch it in for things. You gotta remember, Dragapult's a glass cannon. Dragapult is a glass cannon, so, like, that's probably where it's helping from. Stance change. It's going for the throat. It's going for the throat. Shadow Ball, Shadow Claw, Shadow Ball. Alright. I think Gastro should be able to tank this. Yeah, Gastro tanked it. Gastro tank! Burn. No. Lefties. Alright. Lefties. I respect it. I respect it. I think Gastro should be able to survive. So what was the damage roll on that? What was the damage roll on that? Base HP before... Okay, HP was about... Okay. I think I should be able to survive another hit from Shadow Ball. Unless that was a very low roll the first time, and this is a very high roll, Gastrodon hero! The hero, the hero, the Gastrodon hero. Loop. HP full up. Ready for a re-up. Very good. I love Gastrodon so much. It's so good. I thought it would have been a physical one, because I know that generally Aegislash go physical. Surprised by the special one. Very surprised by that. Yeah, Banded Pult, I'm a little surprised by. I am surprised. I was surprised by potential Banded Pult. Gastrodon is like the absolute hero. Like, this Gastrodon has swept entire teams for me. If I can switch it into a water move, get that Storm Drain, it's just done. Hey, Gaia, how you doing, Gaia? How have you been? We're taking a little bit of a break from our shiny hunting to do a little bit of a battle with a friend, with a viewer. Alright, Mimikyu. Alright, what's he got in the back? Alright. Question is, Gastrodon, I think, is a bit too valuable. Though I'm wondering if they're going to go for a Swords Dance setup first turn. If they do, that was a mistake on my part. No, we did not get the Auroras yet. Yep, there's the Swords Dance. There is the Swords Dance. I had a feeling that was coming. Swords Strike! Yeah, I think I should be able to tank a hit from this thing, because, like, because Kartana has, like, a thing for, I'm doing well, Jace, I'm doing well. Because, like, Kartana has, like, this stigma of being, like, not bulky, like, frail. It actually is quite bulky. Oh, Life Orb. I'm willing to bet that thing has Shadow Sneak. That thing likely has a Shadow Sneak up its sleeve. Alright. Likely it does have Shadow Sneak. It likely has a Shadow Sneak. Alright. Shadow Sneak would likely take me out in one hit. Alright. Question is, what do they have? Yeah, I don't think at this point I need it. But yeah, I think I also probably should swap out. But also, yep, Shadow Snake, knew it. Called it. Yeah, I had a feeling it was gonna have Shadow Snake. Mimikyu lost some HP. Yes, I think this is the right play now. I think this is the right play, because, like, I know Mimikyu is, like, fastish. I don't think it's this fast. I don't think it is this fast, though. Question is, what's the play? Yeah, I was faster. Urshifu is, like, pretty dang fast. I'm gonna try battle, but I doubt we have an equal team. Yeah. I do a lot of battling, though. I mean, you've done pretty well. You've done pretty well when it comes to battling with your NFE teams. You've done pretty well with them. This was a very good battle. Yeah, okay, Snorlax is down. All that's left is the Roto and the bulky thing. I think at this point I can risk it. Trick, alright. That's Trick. Likely going to go for a Scarf into taking a band. Yeah. Oh no. Oh no, Rotom sealed its fate. Oh no, Rotom. Oh no. Rotom. That was a great game, DJ. That was a great game. That was something. Yeah, the band did not matter in that case. He was probably expecting like a sash or something like that for the Urshifu. Yeah, the Rotom gave me a Scarf. I think at an electric move, it might have stood a shot, but at that point he knew, okay, well, in the back he's got Gastrodon and Latias, both of which body Rotom. Oh, nice for Rosie. Thank you very much for coming back. Thank you very much for coming back, Rosie. Thank you very much. Now, I wonder, does this thing have Rocky Helmet? I think this thing has Rocky Helmet. because it doesn't have lefties. And generally, when something doesn't have, generally when like Hippowdon does not have leftovers, it generally is Rocky Helmet, because it wants like deter physical attackers even further. Yeah, I mean, I would say, yeah, generally, I would say get ready for competitive, because competitive is just fun. I enjoy competitive so much. Yeah, after this, we're going to go back to go hunt for the albino dino, because we're just taking a little bit of a break for some battles. You know, just a little bit of break for a battle, because I like to pop in with battles. I don't really do those, but I would... Yep, Rocky Helmet called it. There it is. It was a good game, though. This is a very good game. I don't generally like rematch people immediately, because I generally like to fight them with a different team. But it was a very good game, DJ. We are going to be doing a full battle stream later, likely after I get my wisdom tooth out. We're going to be having that, because it's not going to be as intensive for me to talk with. But likely when we do that, I would be battling again. Yes, I would do that again. But yeah, not today, because I would like to get back to the shiny hunting. But that was a great match, DJ. That was a fantastic match. If you joined the Discord, which is linked in the description below, we actually could schedule a battle when we do the battle streams and do a battle another time. I very much enjoyed that. That was a very nerve-wracking fight, especially with the Mimikyu. Give me my diner sword. Give me my diner sword. No, wrong button. There it is. There we go. For Nuzlocke, for things. Yeah, I prefer doubles. Mostly because I just like the shenanigans. You could do doubles a lot more than singles. But yeah, that was it's singles is interesting because it's overwhelmingly the more popular. Wait, what am I? Oh, forgot to take up the counter. It is overwhelmingly more popular to play singles than it is to play doubles. But doubles is actually what they do more. Oh yeah, we got it. We got it yesterday. We got the Melty Face yesterday. I use the NFP team bags. I don't expect them to. I mean, they are in many cases not fully evolved versions of good Pokemon. There are some Pokemon that are decent with not fully evolved. I think it's a lot of the surprise factor of them throws people off, and that gives a little bit of advantage because if you fight someone with a team that is very surprise battle first time, it'll throw them off, and that can give you a win that way. But if you fight them again, well, the surprise factor is lost, so it doesn't do as well. Not right now, Tomo, because we are doing shiny hunting right now predominantly. We will have a battle stream later as in a later date. We'll be doing a battle stream. So if you would like to battle, I highly recommend you stick around for when we do that. It likely will be in about a week or so. I still gotta get everything ready for that. What do you mean? How many encounters? So far? Because the counter for our total number of encounters is on the screen. It is 95.1 encounters so far. For every Amaura we've gotten, for every Amaura, none of them have been shiny yet. I hope we get though. Yeah, the Heatran reaction. I highly recommend watching that Heatran reaction clip because that battle. The thing is, you also need the added context of that entire DA. Was a massive just gong show of things just not going well for us. And then in the end, it just came together in just one amazing victory. That, you need to watch the entire DA for that, the context to really be there. And it was so amazing to actually get it from that DA. But yeah, it was fantastic. But yeah, that was the Melty Face reaction. But yeah, DJ, be happy to battle another time with you in the battle stream. Hopefully you join the Discord to stay up to date on when we do that. I am very much looking forward to battling you again, DJ. I'm very much looking forward to battling again. I still gotta make the whole thumbnail thing for that battle stream. I still need to do that at some point. But yeah, Tomo, we'll also be able to battle then. And Alpha, when we battle again, I will be battling with one of my actual teams I use because the team that I battle with you is 3 of my teams that I have I don't use because I don't play singles and I just have them like, okay, these are just teams for battling with singles. I am planning to improve them, but they're kind of garbage right now. But yeah, it is a work in progress. I plan to like battle with like one of the actual teams. Oh, that was the clock stall match. That was the clock stall match. Alright, so let me actually look for what day would actually be the best for that, because I have a bunch of stuff to do in like the next couple of days. We could do it. Kind of want the 14th right now. The 18th is a Monday. We could do it on either the 20th or the 19th. That could be a good time. That would be a good day to do it. So I will like still be recovering from that. What do you mean, Rosie, or what? What do you mean, Rosie? What do you mean? Again, guys, if you haven't done so already, please do not forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you're new. Every little bit helps. Yeah, it is. I mean, the thing is Jay, is almost every single DA that we have done, we have gotten the shiny legendary under odds. Because the odds for DA shinies are 1 in 100. So, we've gotten every single legendary so far under odds. Zygarde was 30, Reshiram was 28. Well, Zygarde was around 30. I got that off stream just because it was not fun to keep doing DAs on stream with Zygarde. Rayquaza was 14. Necrozma was 26. Kartana was the only one that went over odds. It was over 100. It was over 300 encounters for that one. And oh yeah, clock stall is basically the battle ends because the battle timer, you have 20 minutes per battle, ran out. And you know, it's basically winning by like whoever has more HP at the end of that is determined the winner, which is not always reflective of who actually would have won the battle. So it's like, it's sort of like win with like an asterisk sort of after it. But yeah, it's a thing. But yeah. I generally, like, winning by stall is not generally one of my favorite things because you don't beat the team. It's like basically a preset of like, okay, just like do this turn, this turn, heal, sweep around, basically just do that. Not the biggest fan of clock stall things. I mean, I think like, you know, stalls, like, I have like a lot of impatience, so it also like probably plays into that a lot. No, but yeah, that was that battle. KO Pokemon, you just not exactly. It's what it does is I believe it adds up the amount of, I don't remember like the way it actually works, but it's basically it adds up the amount of HP your Pokemon have, you know, in total, and then adds the amount of HP the opponent has, and whichever one has a higher like percentage remaining, that is the player that wins. It's very, very, very weird how it works, but that's kind of how it decides it. And it doesn't generally always reflect how it actually goes, because like there could be just some super bulky Pokemon, but they really can't damage on the team. They just do residual damage rack up from like things like Blitz using Seismic Toss or stuff like that. Whereas, you know, longer term, they might not win. It's just the 20-minute battle timer is there because the official matches, the battle timer is now 20 minutes, and double battles are generally very, very, very short. You know, there was one of the things I remember from when Ultra Series was ongoing. A long game was a game that went on more than 3 turns. So if you survived if you survived 3 turns and you went into turn 4, that was considered a long game. So that's why the 20-minute timer, it seems very short for single battle standards, but when you compare to, yeah, double matches are very, very short, so a 20-minute doubles match is incredibly long by the standards of double battles. I believe like they actually decreased the battle timer for doubles because I remember someone used a Vaporeon, and it was like Vaporeon with what was the move? Celebrate, I think is what it was called, where it had this very, very, very obnoxiously long animation time, and they would use that long animation time in terms of like a bunch of healing effects to slowly get more, like to basically just chip down the battle timer. And I think it was after that, the next VGC series, they dropped the battle timer because winning by, just clock stall, it's kind of a bit of a screw over for people who are there to compete because these battles go on. These battles go on for over an hour. And, when you're doing, a thing of like several hundred people, having that, it kind of is not good. But yeah, Barry is my... I agree 100%, Jace. I agree 100%. Barry is my favorite of the friendly rivals. Because, like, I'm a lot like Barry. I'm very impatient. I have ADD. Like, I see a lot of myself in Barry, which is why I really like him. But I know a lot of people don't really like Barry all that much. But yeah, I like him. I like him. Yeah, Barry is great. A lot of people don't like him because, like, the impatience. But it's why I like him. But yeah. Yeah, my favorite rival, I think... Like, my favorite rival, I think, is, like, a tie between How and Barry. And a lot of that is because, like, the reason I like How is... He is pretty much just like battling because he wants to have fun initially. Like to him, it's just having fun. He likes to travel around. He likes to battle. He just likes having fun, and winning to him is like a bit almost secondary, I guess. And eventually like, he wants to become like as good as like he wants to like become like his grandfather. So I like that. Whereas like some of the other ones. What was that, Kayla? No, wrong window. Kayla. I'm getting Jakey back for bullying Danny. Now I'm getting him in Saturday game with Jakey. So yes! Yes, Kayla! Do it. Do it. Exactly. He just does it for the fun. He just for him it's just fun to battle. And I like that. That's what I really like How. It's just, for him, winning really isn't as important as just having fun while traveling and battling. And that's why I like him. Some of the others, like, I'm not the biggest fan of rivals. Like I despise Blue. He is my least favorite rival just because he's just an arrogant, smarmy, just, well, jerk. And he never accepts when he loses. And, for me, it's like, you never accept that you get beaten. You never accept that we beat you. You can't accept that we are better. Even though every time we've thrashed you, you keep keeping up this air of just cockiness and arrogance. It doesn't make beating him feel satisfying to me. Because he just doesn't acknowledge you beat him. That's why I like the way they handled Beatty or Beat or however you guys want to call it in Shield and Sword, where he is initially very similar to Blue in that way of just being like a bit full of himself, but then you just like beat him, and later on he's like, yeah, you beat me, you beat me, I'm not as good as you. And yeah, I respect the heck out of them for doing that. Oh yeah, but we also hate Serena. We also hate Serena because Serena's just a pain. She cost us our Mamoswine for not our Mamoswine. She cost us our beloved Gastrodon in the sleep block. But yeah, it's like I like Beatty. I don't like Blue because I like they're tusks, not teeth. They're tusks. They're not teeth. Like I don't like Blue just because the way he's cocky. I kind of like the friendly rivals. Like I prefer the rivals that are friends because it's like, yeah, you'd be traveling around with people you like, you get along with, not a cocky, arrogant jerk. And for me, it's like, just shut the heck up, Blue. You're so annoying. You're so annoying, Blue. I hope I'll have a shiny hackers. I mean, I hope as well. The battle stream is likely going to be in about a week or so. So mark your calendars for that. Because I'm doing that. I'm going to be doing that after I get my teeth pulled. Yeah, exactly, Lakeside. Like, the thing is, if you're going to have jerk rivals, at least have them, like, acknowledge that you beat them. And they, like, tone down the jerkiness later. Because, like, again, they acknowledge you beat them. I like that. I like when they acknowledge your betterness. Odds for the shiny charm for Masuda eggs or for just Overworld. Because Overworld it's 1 in 1,365. And I love that. You know, I do love how like 1 in about 1,003 1 in about it's about 1 in 1,400 I guess is the best way of saying it. You know, 1 in 1,400 is like the simple way of saying it. Yeah, Overworld is 1 in 1,365, so about 1 in 1,400. I think that's a pretty good thing for Overworld encounters because, well, on the one hand, it's Overworld encounters, so like you're doing a lot more Overworld encounters, and they're relatively all right, Crimson. Okay, Crimson, dial it back. Dial it back, Crimson. It's a bit much. It's a bit much, Crimson. Yeah, I am hoping we get the Amaura soon. I am indeed hoping we get the Amaura soon. So I do love shiny Amaura. I really want to get one, but I'm just kind of confident we're not going to get it. You know, I'm not confident we're going to get it today. Just because, like, we are not at odds yet. I mean, if we do get it today, I'll be super stoked. It will have continued just the streak of us getting so many things, under odds. I would love that. But, like, the only thing we've gotten over odds for is, like, SOS Encounter Bagon and, like, SOS Encounter Bagon, Lilligant, and when we eventually get Ho-Oh, it will be over odds. Because we are at, like, 171 encounters for Ho-Oh, so, like, we're just ridiculous. Oh, we're also over odds on Gigalith. Gigalith is also over odds. Because, like, we've just had so many hunts that have been under odds. It's surprising. Yeah, like, the reason we hate Serena is because of the Gastrodon incident. And, I mean, I know, like, they do it a bit humor. Like, it's know when to dial it back, Crimson. Like, know when to dial things back a little. In other news, we are likely going to be getting our new not headphones, our new microphone today. Because Amazon Prime Day was yesterday and 2 days ago, and of course, because Brazer was that absolute donation hero, we were able to get the microphone. So I just had my brother, okay, could get the microphone. Can you just buy this microphone for me? And it's getting shipped here today. So we are likely gonna have our microphone set up for later tonight, and I'm very much looking forward. Oh yeah, refrigerate Tiger Beam. Amazon Gaming, exactly. Shout out to Amazon Gaming, even though it's not actually Amazon Gaming. That's you've got refrigerate. You've got refrigerate. I love how just it has refrigerate and it just doesn't do anything to me. I kind of with the regular Hyper Beam, I've actually done more damage than the refrigerate Hyper Beam. I know refrigerate boosts damage by 20% and gives him an attack bonus, but it's a double resistance as opposed to a singular resistance. I kind of wonder how that would work. Because like there are some like interesting quirks of damage like that where like a Charizard in Sun using a fire move will, I believe, deal more damage than a flying move used by it just because of the way the numbers work out. Be like the weird, like the way the sun and the way the sun works out with it. It's like I just enjoy like fun little things like that where it just does more damage. It's like it's just funny. But yeah, I freaking love just all this nonsense we're doing right now. I love all the nonsense. Facts, Kayla. Those are facts. I'm looking forward to doing another another sleep block. Likely, we're going to be doing another sleep lock around the end of the month. This one's going to be Oras. This one is going to be an Oras one. It's going to be doing the doubles for only major trainer battles. I'm looking forward to having that happen. That's going to be a very fun one. The only thing I'm wondering is, we shouldn't do a level booster for that one, though. We shouldn't do a level booster when it comes to that, because as we found out from the sleep lock with what's it called, XY, level boosters, all they do is just make grind time. It doesn't actually make the thing harder, it just adds grind time. And we're going to be cutting that out, so we're not going to be having a level booster. We're going to have, of course, the no healing in battle, but we're not going to have the level booster just because it really doesn't add all that much to the game. It just adds on grind. It's just padding grind time. And no one really enjoys the grind time. Oh, forget Sneasel. Forget Sneasel. But yeah, again, guys, don't forget to, show this stream out to your friends so if they know what we're doing here, so we can help grow the channel even larger, so everyone knows what we do here, because we are on that road to 1K. It's pretty great to hit it. The funny thing is that I still have to get working on designing the backdrop for the 1K special series we're going to be doing. And I look forward to doing that. Because there is a very, very specific game that I will be playing for that series. It's a very, very special game that I know you guys are going to love. You guys are going to love the game. I know you will. Who keeps pinging me? Why do I keep getting pinged? Nope. It's to Crime Junior. We don't want to deal with Crime Junior. Alright, let's, nope. Avoid the Obama Snow. There's nothing here for us. Yep. And there's a Weavile. There's the Weavile. But again, guys, thank you guys for all popping in today. It does mean the world to have you guys here. Oh, it's rain. Oh, yeah, you guys, you said it rains a lot in Puerto Rico. Right, that makes sense. I hope it's not a thunderstorm, because we had actually a bit of a thunderstorm here yesterday. And, Doggo did very much not enjoy the thunderstorm. Yeah. No, you did not miss anything. You did not miss anything, Cynical. But how have you been? How have you been? A few more encounters, and then we will actually have to go, restore our Pokemon's moves. Because that's the only problem with this, is, I have a bunch of Lepa Berries. But it would just take a long time to restore all of them, because we have to do individually each and every single move. So I'm probably not going to go do that. Just quicker to go get restored by going to Pokemon Center, or, the house, getting all your moves restored instantaneously. The other thing is also restores HP, so, that also, condenses time. It saves time. And we got to be efficient with our time management when it comes to, of course, speedrunning these shiny hunts. Dinosaur. 966. There we go. Sporkle. Only been live for 2 hours. I know. But the thing you gotta remember about that, Crimson, is that when it comes to, some of these hunts, the overworld shiny hunts, they do feel a lot longer. The overworld ones do feel a lot longer than the, the DA ones, so it could probably be that. Crunchy, crunchy. Munch, 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 munch. Heal. Heal. Hello. Halo. Topical for one of the next videos we're going to be doing. Topical for one of the next videos we're going to be doing. But yeah, that... I kind of didn't expect Crunch to do that little damage. Because, I know Amaura doesn't have, the greatest physical defense, but, I know it's not the same attack, we're not a physical attacker, but, we have a decent physical attack stat. I think it's 100 something. It's either 100 or 90 something, I think. It's got, a decent stat. But at that point, where is... There it is. Give it body press. Body press. Body press. Get rid of Crunch for body press. There we go. I do not know when the part 3 of the verses for with Anxious Christian is going to go. Because, again, the thing is that we have to have a time that works well for both Christian and myself when it comes to streaming. as well as just be in the mood to be streaming it, because there are times we probably just want to stream other things. So I'm not sure when we're actually going to be able to stream it again. We'll probably do like one every single week. Last week was just an anomaly with like we couldn't stream on the day we wanted to because like there was a scheduling conflict. But yeah, I think that we should probably like I think maybe the weekend we'll have the next one. Not positive though when it's gonna be out, but it is a potential thing. Also, we have Salamence. We could also swap to. Because that's the thing. That is the thing we have. Alright, where is my shiny dinosaur? I want my shiny dinosaur. Nope. Yeah, like that is just the long part as to how long it takes to just get the encounters. Because they just do not seem to want to appear. I do wish there was like some way of like I wish that they had like a magnet pull equivalent, like magnet pull or static equivalent for ice types where it just makes them spawn a little more frequently. They don't have that. I wonder if they will do that though. Not sure, Crimson. Not sure about that. Again, the thing about collabs is that it has to be when both people are like free and able to do things. I always love doing collabs though. I do love to do collabs. It's just like the availability is generally the biggest problem. Because both people need to be available, and again, oftentimes like they may want to just do different things for different series. Like you guys know, like for a while I was going really hard when it came to the Heatran Dynamax Shiny hunts, because I wanted to get Shiny Heatran done relatively quick because it was just a long drawn out hunt. Now, we have it done, so I can like focus on some of the other ones, but I am going a little more aggressive on the Amaura hunts now. What should the name of that ability? Huh? I'm not sure what you mean, like, side. For like the thing. I thought like Ice Body probably would have done that, but I guess actually, does Ice Body do that? Ice Body Pokemon. Because I know that like Flash Fire, I think, is what it does. I know that there's like one of the abilities that does fire type things. It makes fire types more likely to be. I think it's Flash Fire. I don't know if other abilities, like I know a Swarm. I think Swarm just increases like the odds of like bug types or just Pokemon in general appearing. Intimidate keeps Pokemon away. It might be Ice Body. I can check, but I don't think anything does that. The thing is, it isn't just Magnet Pull. It isn't just Magnet Pull that does that. Static does it for electric types. Swarm, I believe, does it for bug types or just Pokemon in general. Flash Fire does it for fire types. Like, there are a few abilities that do operate in that way. But yeah, it is not exclusively Magnet Pull. It's just Magnet Pull, I think, was one of the first ones to do it. So, like, that's kind of, like, the one that people generally default to, because the other thing is, like, it's a well-known ability. But yeah, I think that there are others that... I know there's others that do it, but I don't think Ice Body does. I don't think Ice Body can do that. If it can, that would be great. But yeah, I don't think it does. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that they haven't done an ability like that for every single typing. Just because, like, it would be very, very helpful. Yeah, Ice Body... Yeah, no outside of battle effect. Yeah, I don't think there actually is any ability that does that. Again, it would be really cool if it did, though. Body press. Get impressed by the body press. Body press is one of my favorite moves they added in this game. It's just... The only thing about it, though, that I'm not the most fond of is it does kind of further something that I actually had said for a long time. That... it kind of continues to further pressure physical attackers a little bit out due to, oh yeah, well now special attackers that are, like, physically very defensive can now use a physical move to counter special walls. It kind of furthers the whole thing of, yes, special attackers are just better. Not something I generally like, because, like, I like physical attackers. The weird thing is that I actually do tend to prefer special attackers. I do, like, prefer special attackers over, like, physical attackers generally. But a lot of it's because, yeah, they just generally have a better moveset. Which is, like, I don't like that. I don't really generally like that, but it is just a funny little thing. Heatran, give me my shiny Melty. I mean, I can't even say we need our shiny Melty face. I like it. Like, I need my shiny Dinosaur. No. No. Nothing over there. Again, this like the long part of the hunt is just finding the encounters. The long part is just finding all of the encounters. But hopefully, we'll get it soon. Soon, TM. You have a Pokemon Flame Bod that can use. Oh, you're playing UMUS. Okay, I couldn't send one then. Okay, because I don't have my Ultra Moon like right next to me. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, like Volcarona, like the Volcarona family is like generally the most reliable for that because they always have Flame Body unless you have a Swarm one, which you can only get by like a hidden ability. Which again, the hidden ability one is like SOS chaining. So that's why I generally prefer to go for it. Because currently Cynical is hunting Masuda eggs, and he is wants Flame Body to help hatch the eggs a little quicker. Dinosaur, dinosaur, give me my dinosaur. I want my dinosaur. I do, yeah. Volcarona gets, yes. Volcarona does get Flame Body. That's Volcarona's standard ability is Flame Body. Its hidden ability is Swarm. Yeah, I know a lot of like weird obscure things about Pokemon. Volcarona is in UMS. The thing I think you need to beat the game to get it though. Like you need I think a Machamp Shove at bare minimum to get it because it's in. I think it's in one of the earlier islands, but you need like the Machamp Shove to push a block to get access to the cave where it's in. The other thing is like you can get a Talonflame, which like Talonflame can't have it. Well, Talonflame family to get it. Which I generally say might probably be a bit easier to get. Nothing that's Flame Body. What is it a Flame Body? Slugma gets it, but like Slugma's a bit of an annoying one to get. I don't think it's actually in the game. No, no, it's not because Macargo is an Ultra Wormhole thing. I remember you need a Machamp. So I remember you needed to be pretty deep into the game to get the Larvesta. And I remember, like, okay, there's a Machamp Shove block you need to push in order to get access to it. So yeah, I had a feeling like you do need to be pretty late into the game for it. Which, I mean, if you haven't beaten the game, then, well, that's going to be a bit of a problem. A little bit of a problem right there. But I mean, we'll find it. We'll find it. Slugma does have a very nice shiny. Slugma does have a very, 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 very nice shiny. It's a great shiny. I wish that, like, I don't kind of want to say this because, like, I don't like saying this, but I do kind of wish that it did keep the same color scheme when it evolved into Macargo. But again, Macargo was decided by the color palette algorithm. It was not intentionally designed. Which I, as have mentioned before, I vastly prefer the happy accident shinies, not the intentionally designed to be overly super flashy shinies. Because they just come off way less interesting to me if they were intentionally designed to be cool. And that's just like the way that I am with things, but I know it's like a bit of a weird thing. But yeah. Yeah, I believe Shiny Magcargo is purple. Like it's a nice color. It's just like I love like the cooled magma look that Slugma has. It just looks very, 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 very nice. It's a very nice shiny. I mean, the Charizard shiny changed. Excuse me. The Charizard shiny changed due to them changing the actual color palette. Yeah, the shiny Charizard changed due to the actual color palette algorithm, as in like the layout of the colors in the color palette algorithm did change, which is why Charizard shiny ended up changing. But that is all for Melty Face's moves. We are switching now into Salamence for some more battles to KO these things. So I do like that Hannah mentioned, oh yeah, if you just KO stuff, then they are more likely to appear. Well, I mean, there's like if you KO them, there's a higher likelihood of one respawning, is the thing. I like that. I very much like that. Earthquake. I'm up here with easy, just firing up a couple Echolas. Yeah, like Blizzard is so good when you have like reliable, perfectly accurate blizzards from like anything with hail or snow warning. It's so fun. Exactly. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the lurk, Matt. Can someone please go grab Matthew Prime's link, please? Thank you very much. A few did. One that I also know is that Shiny Smeargle changed. Because Smeargle's regular color scheme is now its shiny color scheme from Gen 2. And now its shiny color scheme is now its normal color scheme is shiny, and shiny is now its normal. They swapped them. Part of me thinks that might have been a technical oversight at some point. But yeah. Oh, your one has an icy rock. Okay, so they used hail into Blizzard. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Walreign's a good Pokemon. I very much enjoy Walrein. Again, guys, don't forget to leave a like if you haven't done so already. Every like is one step closer to getting shinies. Give me my shiny dinosaur. No, I'm joking. But yeah, the Smeargle one's an interesting one. Some shinies like change over time due to like the colors of being like 3D and the colors of being like 2D. They have to change them just because the color palettes just don't really work. So that doesn't have it yet, but I'm giving it. Fun. Like perfectly accurate blizzards are always entertaining. It's one of the reasons I love using things like Solar Beam Charizard next to my Groudon in doubles. Because that way I have solar power, I have solar power, I have Life Orb, I have first turn charge up Solar Beams slamming into things. It's so fun to destroy stuff. Alright. Much better. Dinosaur. Ooh, there's two of them. There's two more dinosaurs. Nope. Only one. Not over that many added. Not over. That actually would be about 9,000 adding. It's under 9,000, but it's a slightly bit under 9,000. Can we get our shiny, please now? I want my sparkles, but it will not shine for me. It's been a while since we actually found it's been a while since we actually found a brilliant aura one. Cause like I don't think we found a brilliant aura one at all today. And we've done so many encounters. We've done over 100 encounters. We've done actually 131 encounters actually right now. So a little surprising we didn't get any brilliant aura Amauras yet. But yeah, again, guys, please don't forget to, hit that like button immediately, mash that sub button if you guys are new. Helps support the channel and helps the channel keep on growing. Hit that goal of 1K before the end of August. Before the end of July, not August. I mean, we'll definitely hit it before the end of August. We will definitely have hit it before the end of August. If we don't, then that's a bit of a systemic problem if that doesn't happen. Like, I'm looking forward to just seeing, like, the chart. Shiny Amaura is cute. You don't see too many white shinies. I can't think of anything. Yeah, but the thing is, I don't like Pachirisu. Yeah, there actually are not many shinies that turn white. There's really not that many of them. Amaura and Aura's like the only ones I can actually think of. Interesting. Or... Oh yeah, Zerara. Zerara turns white. I didn't realize. I forgot about that one. Guzzlord. Guzzlord also does. Zerara, Guzzlord, Amaura, Auroras. There's a few of them. But there's really not that many of them. The only reason I remember Guzzlord is because Guzzlord's actually on my screen. What did you think turns pink? Pink. No. Dinosaur. 5. Victini does? Oh yeah, I guess Victini does. Huh. Good call on that. Good call on Victini. I mean, like, I guess Reshiram also is. I guess Reshiram's also technically a white, but like it's normally white. I wouldn't. I mean, the thing is, it just the accents, the black accents just turn white. I wouldn't say that's a white shiny because like it still predominantly stays red. I wouldn't really call Litten one because it still predominantly stays red. It's just like the accents just turn white. I mean, it looks good, but the thing is, I actually like don't really care much for shiny Incineroar. I love the regular color scheme of Incineroar just is so strong in my opinion. The shiny isn't that great. I mean, again, you gotta remember, the Zekrom Reshiram ones were decided by a color palette algorithm. They were not designed. And I think that gives them a lot more charm. I feel like it gives them a lot more charm that they just happen to look the same normally. Dinosaur. Hey. Yeah, I think he means like, yeah, Zekrom turns white, Reshiram turns black. Hello there, Galaxy. Been a while since you've been here, Galaxy. How have you been, man? Bombasnow's an interesting Pokemon. Oh yeah, Zygarde, it's mint. Zygarde turns into mint toothpaste. I forgot about that. But yeah, how have you been, Galaxy? I'm doing well. I'm doing very well. Again, don't forget to, hit that like and subscribe if you guys haven't done already. It really helps the channel. Yeah. But the thing is, I don't really think I would like Zekrom if it just turned white and Reshiram just turned black. I don't think I'd really like that. Because I just think the colors they have as is are just so good. And the shiny, just the slight accent change, I think just makes it a little better. I mean, again, one of my favorite shinies is also Shiny Zapdos, and Togekiss, and Magnezone. So, like, I'm not generally, what we would call, like, the most orthodox when it comes to shiny liking. I'm not the most orthodox when it comes to that. But, yeah. Cause, I mean, like, I like Shiny Zekrom. I like Shiny Zekrom. I love Shiny Reshiram. I like Shiny Zapdos. I like Shiny Togekiss. I love Shiny Magnezone. Just the shinies that don't really change all that much, I kind of like some of them. I do like that. But how have you been? Glad you're doing well. Again, guys, don't forget to hit that like. Yeah, I don't care for the black shinies either. I don't care for, like... The thing is, if a shiny just turns black, and it wasn't, like, black to begin with normally, post Gen 6, like, Gen 6 and onwards, if a shiny turns black, I generally do not care for it. Some of them are very good that I do like. They just stand, they highlight it very, very well. But some of them I just do not like because they're just trying too hard. Like, Haxorus is a great one because Haxorus was an accident. Haxorus was decided by the color palette algorithm, turning it into a black axe blade head dragon purely on accident. Same with Rayquaza and Charizard. But, like, Greninja's shiny was designed to appeal to the black color scheme. The Tapu is, again, same thing. And I don't really like that. Because it gives me, like, this feeling of, like, you could have done so much more with the design of the base color scheme. Because you intentionally, like, probably saved a better design of colors for the shiny. And it's just, like, it takes me out of the experience for Shiny Hunt because, like, they're just trying too hard. Oh, Cyan, I'm actually hungry myself right now. I only had a small breakfast, and I'm really regretting it now. I'm really, really fucking regretting it. But yeah. I probably might want to go snacky something. Golurk, kinda black. Watch it all Reddit. Yeah. Like, I love Shiny Golurk. I love Shiny Golurk. Reshiram and Zekrom are truth and ideals. So, like, Reshiram is, like, embodies truth. Zekrom embodies, like, ideals is what they are. And, like, I do like that. Because, like, they're yin and yang. The one is yin, the other is yang, and I do really, really like that they do that. But, yeah, it's not really, like, a god, and it's just, like, it's, like, a representative of its, like, He's like the embodiment of ideals, I think is what it is. Or like the embodiment of truth. I love that. I freaking love it. It's like so many utterly great things with just like the Gen 5 designs for Pokemon, like the concept of them, they just go so hard, and I love it. Oh, that got too far away from the nursery. Yeah. Yeah, I think you're gonna have to go far away from the nursery for that, though. I think you're gonna have to go do that. You're it's probably better at this point just to go somewhere else and grab a Flame Body Pokemon, because long term it'll be better. It'll be better long term for you if you go do that. Just go grab one real quick. Dinosaur. Yeah, we've gotten no brilliant aura ones today. We've got no brilliant auras. I would like to probably try and go to... I mean, when we get to 1,000, we'll have Ben at 150. So we'll keep going for a little more. I have a... No, I mean, again, I'd still say... I'd still say, try practicing drawing, Blub Blub. Because eventually you will get better at drawing if you, you keep practicing. So I would say, probably keep practicing drawing. It will get better over time. It's a gradual, slow improvement process. I speak from experience. I speak very much from experience. 990. Heh. Very funny. Funny. I just want my shiny. I want my shiny. It's just not appearing for me. It's just not appearing for me. Flame type from each gen. I don't really have a favorite from Gen 1 because I don't really care for anything from Gen 1. Gen 2, Heracross. Love Heracross. Gen 3. What are the options for Gen 3? There's Hariyama, Blaziken Family, Medicham. What are the flame types from Gen 3? Actually, what are the flame types from Gen 3? Actually, I'm gonna look this up now. I want to check this. I want to see this. By Dex. Kind of want to see this. Type listing. I would like to, that's a question. I don't really care for any of them from Gen 1, because none of them, overly stand out to me. But I say probably, Poliwrath by default, because it's okay. Oh, Breloom's there. Right, Breloom. I don't know, I guess maybe Breloom probably for Gen 3. For Gen 2, it's Heracross. For Gen 4, it's very, very clear. It's gotta be Infernape. Gen 5 is the tough one. Gen 5 is the tough one. Because, I really, really like Conkeldurr. But at the same time, I really, really freaking like Terrakion. But yeah, so I probably gotta go Terrakion for that one. Probably gotta go Terrakion for that one. Gen 6. What fight has ever added Gen 6? Oh, there's I mean, I kinda like Pangoro. Pangoro's I think is pretty cool. I think Hawlucha's bad. I don't like Hawlucha at all. Chestnut's not bad, but I kinda like Pancham, Pangoro. They're both good. Gen 7. What fighting types were added in Gen 7? Alola added what? What did Alola add? No, Gen 7. Gen 7, give me Gen 7. Dinosaur. Gen 7, okay. Dweller, Oh, that's a hard one. Komodo, Buzzwole, or Pheromosa. I love all of them. Probably gotta go with Pheromosa, just because Pheromosa is just very fun to use competitively. Probably gotta be Pheromosa. Gen 8. Gen 8. Phalanx is pretty cool. Grapploct also pretty cool. I kind of like Zamazenta. Urshifu, Kubfu, not bad. I don't know. I think maybe Surfetch'd? Probably Surfetch'd for Gen 8. Would it probably have to be Surf Fetch, though? Interesting lineup, though. I do like the lineup, though. There's a lot of good ones. When we get to 1,000, I'm gonna go break, get a little bit of water. Not gonna grab like lunch, but because like I can't, it's a bit late in the day for lunch right now. It's 2:30 right now, so I can't really go grab lunch. But I will be just grabbing some more water and be back in a little bit after that. So we can of course continue our dino hunt, our dino snore hunt. I just want my dino snore. I just want my snowy dino snore. I just don't know when it's going to appear for me. Nope. Look, that's the only thing about this shiny hunt I'm not fond of, is just the very low, because the thing is, the spawn rate of Amaura is not that bad. It's a 10% spawn rate, pretty much. The problem is just that, I mean, Hisuian Lilligant would count in Gen 8, but I don't really care for Hisuian Lilligant. I really don't like it. I don't like Hisuian Lilligant. I just think Surf Fetch is just, I just really like Surf Fetch. It looks really cool. I love the Surf Fetch design. It's got a lance and a shield. I like it. Just, there is something about Surf Fetch design I just love. There's something about Surf Fetch design. Like, the main reason I'm not the biggest fan of Hisuian Lilligant is that it just, Hisuian Lilligant to me looks like a pre-evolution of Lilligant. Like, it looks like it should go Petalil, Hisuian Lilligant, then, like, Unobin Lilligant. It doesn't look like it's a fully evolved Pokemon compared to, like, the regional variant it's from. Because it looks so small, relatively speaking. I know, like, why it looks so small, relatively speaking, because, again, it's like a ballerina dancer, rather than, a big lady in a dress. But it's just something about, like, just the way that it looks. What is it, Cyan? What is it, Cyan? Wait. You got the shiny. Oh, you got the DS working. Nice. Was it just that it wasn't charged? Was it just that it wasn't charged up? So what was the problem? Like, what got it to work? Nice work, man, dude. Nice work, Cyan. So what got the DS to start working? Was it just like, it needed to charge? Yeah. Yep. I freaking love Surfetched. Is exactly holding a game and a champion. I freaking love it. Like, there's just something so amusing about Surfetched. I love it. It's so good. Strange. I mean, it's a good thing it's working now. Good thing it's working now. I mean, it probably was the battery was just too low, because I remember the click sound was something mine did when the battery was dead. I think it might have been that the battery was just dead. I think that might have been what it was. But I mean, hey, again, Nintendo builds a heck of a product. And yet the Joy-Cons are broken. And yet Joy-Cons are just bonked. Yeah, it's like, I'm kind of surprised Joy-Cons are just still as bad as they are. But, I mean, again, Pro controllers are better. I am glad that, like, there's very few things that still, like, forcibly utilize motion controls. Like, you can map them to a button inputs. The only... Yeah, it probably was that the thing needed to... It probably was the thing that needed to charge. I mean, it probably died over the time, though. You might have... I don't know. It's weird. Sometimes, like, DSs are weird. Sometimes DSs are weird like that. Shiny. Give me shiny. It is strange. Hey, you can get the Volcarona. Nice. You can get that Volcarona. Nice. Shiny dino. I want to go get my shiny dino. There's the dinosaur. 7. 3 more till we hit quad digits. Yeah, Joy-Cons are not great. Joy-Cons are not great. I do like, though, how, just like Pro Controls work. Like, Pro Controls are just better, in my opinion. Oh, yes, this is the Pikachu Pro Control. This is the Pikachu Pro Controller. The funny thing is, like, I just got a regular, like, it's not a battery one. It's just plugged into the actual system itself, just because like it was far cheaper to get a link one, like one with a cable to the Switch, rather than just go and plug in, like go and get a battery operated one. It might not. It might be. It might not have been. Not sure. It might be. No harm in trying to look for it. But yeah, I hope you can get it though. I hope you can get it though. Ooh, brilliant aura, brilliant aura. Nope, nope. First brilliant aura of the day. First brilliant aura of the day, and it's not shiny. You had one job, Amaura. You had one job to sparkle. You were like 5 times more likely to sparkle than the other ones, and you refused to sparkle. Why? Why, Amaura? Why? Yep, first brilliant aura of the day. Alright, this is going to be the last one before I go for a little bit of a break. I'm going to get some more water. Alright, 1,000 Amaura encounters, and not a single sparkle in sight. Back in 1 sec, guys. Alright, we're back. Well, I mean, I was back for like a little bit right there, but I was like chewing some pretzels. Pretzels are an absolutely amazing snack. Like, if you ever need a snack, pretzels are my general go-to. Because they're so good. They're just such good things to snack on. Those are not, like, super unhealthy, so it's very good for, trying to, not be too unhealthy. It's very good. Two. Yes, Fletchling evolved into Fletchinder, yes. It goes Fletchling, Fletchinder, Talonflame, or as I like to call it, Talonlame, because I don't really like Talonflame at all. Again, lower attack stat than Amoonguss is a Blight of Shame upon a thing designed as a speedy attacker. So, there is that. Where is my Snowy Dino? I'm honestly thinking of also, like, at some point doing, like, shiny hunts. Okay, every, 50 encounters, no shiny, do, like, 5 push-ups. I'm thinking of doing that at some point. Only problem really is that I don't have, like, a webcam that's, like, angled down enough. Because I have to, like, set up pretty high because, like, my feet, like, I don't like... Because, like, if my feet are on the ground too low, like, it pushes my legs up and it feels weird. But at the same time, I don't want to have, like, the thing too high, because then, then, of course, I can't look down. It's a weird setup I had to figure out. So during the day, yeah, workout usually a lot, free time, and workout, check out, yeah. Like, one thing I also, like, would have liked to do, this is one thing that I would like to do at some point, but I highly doubt I ever will be able to do it, is, like, this was something that I thought about doing back when I was still at, like, Penn State. I had my Switch with me. It was like, okay, bring the Switch with me to the gym and, like, okay, go on the treadmill and, like, just do some, like, treadmill stuff while playing Pokemon. It was like, that would look way too stupid. Like, I would never do that. I would never do that. But it was like, at some point, like, having, like, a treadmill in your own house and, like, just doing that while, like, playing Pokemon or something like that, honestly, like, pretty great. It's a pretty good idea because the thing about, like, a treadmill is that you can just do it at, like, a bit of a leisurely pace, but you're still active, so you're still, like, walking. And if you're just playing a game like Pokemon, you can keep yourself invested, so you keep yourself moving while playing Pokemon. I mean, you're not going to be, freaking sprinting like a T-1000 Robert Patrick while on a treadmill, while playing Pokemon. But, you'd be, like, just walking at a little bit of a pace. I always wanted that, but we don't have a treadmill here, so, like, I wouldn't do it. But yeah. Something's a red moon. I mean, that or it's a shiny Lunala. It could be a shiny Lunala. Because shiny Lunala is also red. I do love how shiny Lunala and shiny Solgaleo are both red. I actually don't hate the Sunburnt Lion. I don't hate the way it looks. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I kind of like it. I think it's not terrible. I mean, it's not great, but, like, I don't think it's bad, because, like, it's a sun. Sunburnt Lion. Kind of makes sense for a sun lion. I always love how it gets fire-type moves. Like, yeah, it gets Flablets. One of my favorite jokes to make about, Solgaleo is it's literally a Alolan Metagross. Because, well, it's a giant quadruped, psychic, steel creature that deals with something from space. Metagross is a UFO, partially, and Solgaleo is a sun lion. Both have a psychic type, a steel type signature move, or, like, well, move very heavily associated with it. Meteor Mash was never Metagross' signature move, but it is generally perceived as one incorrectly. But, a very strongly associated, special steel move that they utilize. They are quadrupeds. They are steel psychic. They have something to do with space. And they, are physical steel types with physical moves. And I freaking love it. They also possess a speed. Solgaleo doesn't get Dragon Dance. Solgaleo does not get Dragon Dance. That's Ultra Necrozma with the Solarizer. The End Solarizer fused. It gets Dragon Dance. Because yeah, for some reason Necrozma gets Dragon Dance because the End Ultra Necrozma is a dragon, and I freaking love. Like, one of my favorite things that I remember someone doing with, like, singles and, like, lower tier showdown stuff was. It was a weakness policy Necrozma with, of course, Prism Armor, because Prism Armor reduces super effective damage. It takes its, like, filter and solid rock, so it can survive, pretty strong, beefy knockoffs. The knockoff procs Weakness Policy. Weakness Policy gives it +2 to both its attacking stats. It uses Dragon Dance, and then it goes for like stored power. So you have a plus, plus 3 attack, plus 2 special attack, plus 1 speed. So that's what, in total, plus 6. Well, 6 times 20 is 120. Add 120 to the base power of stored power. It's 140 base power psychic type move. On top of stab, on top of a plus 2, and you're just not gonna have fun with that. You're not gonna have fun with a Necrozma that is dealing out that much damage. Which is kind of amusing because in VGC, a lot of the Necrozma tactics actually do use them. Fraligator does have some good usage in competitive with certain things, because it does get Dragon Dance and it does get Sheer Force Life Orb. So you give it, like, say, Sheer Force Life Orb, Ice Punch, Waterfall. That would do some pretty, probably Crunch. It would do some pretty solid damage. It would definitely be a pretty good. It would be a pretty good Pokemon for what it does. Like you set up a Dragon Dance, and then you're boosting your speed. Because the only real issue that Fraligator has is it's fairly slow. It's fairly slow. It's not the most bulky thing in the world. But if you pick up speed boost from a Dragon Dance, well, now it's at a decent speed. And it can actually just start hitting stuff with pretty good power and force. And I like that. Though the only issue is it's just not really able to get that off easily because there are a lot of other very, very, very good water types that can also do other things. Oh, nice. Oh, that's a thing. That's a thing. But yeah, it's there's a lot of great things that Fraligator can do. It just needs to get it. What does Sheer Force do? Sheer Force removes the added effects of moves that have them. Not as a guarantee, so basically a move like Frost Breath, it doesn't remove the auto crit chance. And in removing that secondary effect chance, it increases the power of the move by 30%. So, Waterfall loses its flinch chance of 20% in exchange for a 30% boost to its power, making the 80 base power Waterfall functionally a 104 base power water move. Pretty good. When paired up with Life Orb gives a damage increase of 33%, but when comboed with Sheer Force boosted moves, you don't actually take Life Orb recoil damage. It was a very weird interaction that Sheer Force and Life Orb have, that a Pokemon holding Life Orb that has moves boosted by Sheer Force will not take Life Orb recoil damage. So what you have is a functional 70% damage boost with no negative side effects. Yeah, it's terrifying. It's terrifying what it does, but that's kind of why I really love it. It's nightmarish. I generally enjoy things like Sheer Force on things, because one of my favorite Sheer Force things was something it was Sheer Force on Rock Slide from a slow Pokemon like Conkeldurr. Because it's never going to get the flinch chance off because it's slower than what it's using the Rock Slide against. So, there's no point in having the flinch odds. So, you exchange the flinch odds for more power, and you're dealing with a pretty beefy attacker that's just dealing even more damage. It's great. I love it. Young, thank you for the lurks. Thank you very much for them lurks. Fraligator was my favorite. First Pokemon I ever used. Nice. First Pokemon I ever used was a Kyogre. First Pokemon I ever saw was, fittingly enough, Salamence. The reason for that was my brother was playing a Sapphire version, and he had played up until the Pokemon League, and he was fighting Drake. So, first Pokemon I ever saw was a Salamence. And sent Kyogre out against it. He gave me the thing. First thing I ever saw was Salamence. Second thing I saw Kyogre. Then, he probably helped me beat him. And then, eventually I remember, seeing Steven's Metagross. And that's why I love Metagross so much. This is a champion's Pokemon. This is the Pokemon of a champion. I think he let me play against, Steven's Metagross or, against the Salamence. I don't remember what happened with the Metagross, though. I think we might have lost, but I don't remember. And I'll be honest, I really don't care to know the answer of did I actually beat Steven or lose to him when I played the first time, or even if I was the one playing. just because the mental image of me seeing Metagross for the first time sticks with me. That's why I love Metagross. Like, that is a champion's Pokemon. That is a champion's Pokemon right there. I love it. But yeah, Salamence was the first Pokemon I ever saw. Love Salamence for that reason. Salamence always does so well for me whenever I use it a lot in competitive, because Moxie Max Airstream is just a very, very fun strategy to use. You're getting Max Airstream for plus speed, getting Moxie, of course, for plus attack. When you get some KOs, don't remember what the first book I saw was. Remember seeing Mega Charizard X the first time. My friend thought it was Ice Charizard. Nah, it's Edge Charizard. It's Edgezard. Yeah, I'm very, very, very glad that Megas are gone. I do not miss those things. They were far too powerful, and they really should not have been in the game. Things that powerful are not healthy. I'm just very glad that we don't have to deal with them again. Because, like, a lot of competitors, yeah, do not like them. What's you mean Pokerus? Do you mean Pokerus, Cynical? I think you might mean Pokerus. All Pokerus does is it increases EV yields Pokemon get from, well, EV things. So it just basically helps them grow faster with leveling stuff up. Well, it helps them grow fast with EVs. Very helpful with competitive. Very, very helpful with competitive. It's why I actually have a strain of Pokerus on my Pokemon BDSP file. That is what I use for basically raising stuff up a lot easier. But yeah, Pokerus is just, it boosts EV yields. So if a Pokemon gives, 2 HP EVs, now it gives 4. It's so good for just raising stuff. After a few days, it is cured. After it is cured and is no longer able to be spread, but the Pokemon still retains the EV benefits. So, but it still retains the EV growth benefits. But yeah, it's a very useful tool for competitive raising teams, just because it helps like reduce grind time. Though these days it isn't as essential due to the change to the vitamin system, because I don't believe vitamins are actually affected by them. I could be wrong, but I don't think vitamins affect it. I will need to double check that, though. Yeah, it is interesting. I mean, a lot of it I think could be like the showcase of those Pokemon, because there are some Pokemon that they do get like overexposed for showcase things, like things like the anime and the games. They do get exposed a lot more than the others, and a lot of that actually plays into a video I've been working on a little bit for, and that is like, why is it people like Lucario so much? Hey, you got the Nickit! Nice work, Hannah! Nice work, Hannah, getting that. Mark that down on the list of shinies people have gotten while I am live, if you would not mind. Because it's like, one of the videos I was like planning on making was like, why is it like Lucario is so popular, despite in any other context this is a Pokemon that would never see the light of day. Because, like, it's a late game. You earned it, Hannah. You frickin' earned that shiny Nickit. Because, like, it's a late game, in its, initial games, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. You get it right before Byron. In a heavy ball. Nice work, Hannah. Nice work. Because like you get Lucario before the Iron Island, the Iron Island gem. So you have Byron, then Candace, then Volkner, then you have the Elite Four and stuff like that. But the other thing that it has very poor matchups against the entire game from then on out, and it's an egg that requires a happiness evolution. And if it wasn't realistically for it wasn't like realistic for the fact that it gets so overexposed, like things like the anime and the manga and the cartoons and like the games, say things like things like Pokemon Ranger, Mystery Dungeon, it wouldn't have any popularity. It does, because no one would go out of their way to raise up a level 1 Pokemon in a game where there's like no real good spots to level up. up until like the mid 40s, which is where you're at with Byron. It's like this fascinating thing of it's this very weird product of so many separate factors. I mean, I like BDSP. I like BDSPJ. I think it's a pretty good game. I think it's a good game. The only issue I really have with BDSP is just that it leans a bit too heavily on being a faithful remake. Like, the problem really I have with BDSP is that it's too faithful of a remake. Which, I mean, you can't really be mad about it being a faithful remake because that's exactly what they said it was going to be. So it's like, you're not liking the game for being exactly what it said it was going to be? Huh? Confused fan noises? It's weird. It's a bit weird to me. Like, it's exactly what it says it was going to be. And we're surprised it was exactly what they said it was going to be. Like, it's like the one thing I don't get is, like, they said it was going to be a faithful remake. And it was nothing but that. I loved it. I enjoyed it because I think, like, I love how they ramped up the difficulty. Yes, technically, Let's Go is a Gen 7 game. It is a technically Gen 7 game. Weird. Never wanted a DP remake. Well, here's the thing. They've never... I think that's another part of why people don't like BDSP is wanting a Platinum remake over a Diamond Pro remake. But they've never remade the third version. They've never done that. The reason why is that, well, they make the two separate games. They've always done the two versions thing. They've never made a third version remake. Sometimes they have, like, elements of the third version incorporated into the remakes. Like, a great example is Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and Oras, or Azor, as I like to call it. They incorporate elements of Crystal and Emerald into, some certain post-game elements, or even, like, some mid-game elements. But the game is still overwhelmingly a largely faithful remake of the original game. And I think when it came to BDSP, people were thinking, well, they're just going to do BDSP, but they're going to make it Platinum. But it was clear from the start that they never were going to go do that, because we saw the Poketch. It had the regular single button. It was not going to be the Platinum Poketch, which I wouldn't have minded if they gave, like, certain elements of Platinum included, but I do like that they made it faithful. I applaud them for sticking to making it faithful and not kind of kowtowing to, we want Platinum, give us Platinum, but call it Diamond and Pearl. I give them props for that. But I do also say, like, there are elements of Platinum that could have been good to incorporate. However, I respect the decision to not include them. Yes, why not do it with BDSP? Well, the thing is, they did keep the Platinum decks. They did keep the Platinum decks, Jay. The Underground. The Grand Underground is where you get all the Platinum stuff. The only stuff you don't get from the Platinum was you don't get the Razor Fang, I believe, until post-game. And that's, like, the only thing. But, like, everything else, I mean, there's a few other Pokemon that you don't get. Like, you can't get Eevee. And, like one or two other Pokemon, like 4 Pokemon that you can't get. But, I mean, the Platinum Dex is included in it. But yeah, I agree 100%. The BDSP, the Diamond Pearl base Dex is awful. And that's kind of one of the reasons I'm glad that they actually did a remake of Diamond and Pearl. Because people, hold up Diamond, Pearl, Platinum on, like, this fairly inflated pedestal of, these games are so great. But when we were shown, yeah, this is what Diamond Pearl was. These games were crap. The Dex is terrible. Yeah, because Platinum was the good one. Diamond and Pearl were crap. Diamond and Pearl's Dexes were crap. And it's like, I feel the problem of BDSP was really, people glamorizing Diamond and Pearl original in their mind just from nostalgia and from, they were, like, most of us, when Diamond and Pearl first came out, were almost 20 years older than when it first came out. It's probably, 18, 19 years ago that it came out. Probably a little more. Probably like, maybe 15, 16 years ago is when it came out. But we're, 15, 16 years older than when it first came out, so we have, standards now. But back then, we didn't have any standards. We'd like, oh, just fun Pokemon game. Fun Pokemon. Yeah, just make the BDSP dice the platinum deck. Well, the thing is the underground. Yeah. I mean, I'm okay with that because they make the stuff accessible. I like that they did that because it means that, yeah, you can, if you don't want to have the platinum stuff on your team, then, you can just go play the game. The platinum, new stuff does not intrude, and you can have that. But if you want to use some of the platinum stuff, you can have it in the underground. And I do like that they did that. But I mean, I think that it was a good decision what they did. There were definitely ways they could have made it better, but I don't think it was necessarily a bad thing, objective bad thing that they did it, because I can appreciate the idea of what they were going for, even if the execution was rather poor. I think that's the best way of phrasing it. Actually, the thing is, I actually had an idea for a video on, discussing BDSP, and actually, I'm gonna write that down. I can respect the intention of the decisions, even if I don't agree with execution. Because, yeah, the Gliscor one is, really the only one, and that's the one that you see, a lot of the time they'll float it around is Gliscor, but it is only one Pokemon out of the entire thing. Because I remember, this was actually calculated out, before, when BDSP was new. I looked at, okay, how many Sinnoh evolutions of old Pokemon were accessible back in Diamond and Pearl? And it's something like 6 of them, including, version exclusives from both games. You can get Murkrow in one game, Misdreavus in the other, so that's one exclusive per game. So, in reality, there's even less per individual game. And there was really only, 5 or 6 per game, maybe less. And that was a huge problem. So you can get Platinum on before post. No, you can get Frostlass. You can get Frostlass. You can get Frostlass. Because Frostlass uses the same stone as another Pokemon, so you can get Frostlass. I'm fairly certain you can get Frostlass. Also give Flint and Candace that Platinum teams. Well, the thing is, again, that's what we're saying, Jay, is those are Platinum things. People wanting a Platinum remake when it was very much a Diamond Pearl remake. Because those... I'm pretty sure you get the Dusk Stone. I'm pretty sure you get the Dawn Stone before you beat the game. Dawn Stone... Sarah... Are you sure that? I'm fairly certain I found one. I'm fairly certain I got one. Shiny Pearl, Mark Cornet. Yeah, you get them in the Grand Underground. You get them in the Grand Underground. Dusk. Yeah, you can find them in the Grand Underground. Because I don't believe there's any area locked into the post-game that is exclusively available in the battles in the Battle Frontier area. I do not think there's any single cave that's exclusive there, because it is available in the Grand Underground. It might not have just been checking every single room. I'm fairly certain I remember finding a Dawnstone in there. Dawnstone. Yeah, Dawnstone. How to get the Dawnstone? There it is. Yeah, Whiteout Cave at Northwestern Zone. Underground at Snow Point City. Yes, you can get it before post-game. It's just you have to go to Snow Point City to get it. Some rare Pokemon you can fish in this fishing spot. So Rotom just told me a rare fishing Pokemon at any fishing spot. I don't know exactly what they are, but I don't really do fishing. I don't really do change fishing. But yeah, James, you actually can get one. It's just you have to go to what's it called again? Whiteout Cave at Snow Point City. So you have to get it at Snow Point. It is a fairly late thing, but it is possible to get. And I think that might be like a lot of like the. So I think that's another thing is like it's a lot of like the confusion about getting stuff in because the Grand Underground is a pretty big place. People don't always explore the entirety of the Grand Underground. But it is possibly a lot of things. Like the only things you can't get is like Tangle. I know is locked at the end of the game because you have to get it on the fight area island places. Eevee, if I recall correctly, is locked to post game, which makes sense. I think locking Eevee into post game was the best decision. The reason why is because if Eevee was available, most people would just auto I want to use Eevee on my team, and it would really overshadow all of the other Pokemon in Sinnoh that like also got the same typings. Cause like okay, oh, ice types in Sinnoh. Oh, Glaceon. I'll use Glaceon with my ice type. Then Frost, Last, and a bunch of other them just don't have them. You just get get overshadowed. Fire types. Oh, I'll go get Flareon as my fire type. Magmortar gets overshadowed. Magmortar gets overshadowed. Oh, grass type. What's the grass types in there? Some of the grass types get overshadowed. Electric types get overshadowed. I think Eevee locking the post game was the right decision, purely because a lot of people would automatically go, I want to have Eevee on my team, and it just makes it a bit harder for the other Pokemon to kind of like stand out, because Eevee is just such a centralizing Pokemon, and when people come to people playing, it would kind of undercut a lot of the others. But yeah, there's only like 3 or 4 of them that are locked in the post game. I know one's Eevee, I know one's Gliscor, but like, you can still use Gligar for the main story. And I feel like that's a bit of, because it gives it a bit of appreciation for the base forms a little more. But it does count as a bit, but it is definitely like a very much a personal thing. Again, it comes down to I can respect the intention of the decisions, even if the execution was a bit faulty. But yeah, it was definitely not the best way that they could have done it, but I think they, for what it was, they could have, they could have also just, not had them in the game. That's the other thing, they could have just not had them in the game, which, not in the game, or you just got to go a bit out of your way. I think that having gone out of the way is a little bit of a better thing. I'll keep playing the Canada stuff again. I mean, I liked BDSP. I thought it was a pretty good game. I do like how they actually have their teams. They have like their platinum teams after you beat the league. I do like that, but I do kind of prefer some of their original ones because I loved Flint's lineup when it just has a bunch of non-fire types, because I think monotypes are boring. Monotypes they bore me so much because they're just all easily beatable by pretty much a single typing. Flint, he has a ghost type, a steel type, a normal type, and 2 fire types. This is an interesting team to go up against because they're not all easily beaten just by like water or rock. You have to use a couple of other things to beat them, and I really love that. I also love how his entire Drifblim has no attacking moves. It is all support and disruption tech. I freaking love that. It is so obnoxious, only I could love that. Well, I mean, the idea is a theme. Like, his theme is fire types, because like all of his Pokemon do have fire type moves. And I do like that they have that idea, because like, the reason why we have, he's a fire type user is, well, because they use, fire type Pokemon. But they use a fire type theme, like I use a sand team, but it's not just exclusively Pokemon that just are rock types. It's a common thread of all perform with a certain thing. Because they all have fire moves. Like there's Will-O-Wisp on the... There's Will-O-Wisp, Sunny Day, and Fire Fang are like the 3 moves. They're the fire ones. And I do like that idea. I think a lot of the reason why we don't really like Flint as not being a pure fire type trainer is just that we've had this expectation for so long that, trainers use monotypes when they are a this type trainer. That kind of like splitting from that is a bit of a hard thing for us to break with, because we have like this built up concept of how it is a trainer should be for certain things, because Aaron's not a bug type trainer. He's not a mono bug, because Drapion is actually not bug, it is poison dark. But that's not a problem, because, well, it looks like a bug. And I do like the non-mono thing. It makes the battles far more interesting and so much more memorable. I have a groundwater type of a mostly water team, which is underwater water like a crocodile. Yeah. It's like I like the idea. I just think it's more interesting. I go for Blipbug. I would say go for Blipbug, Hannah. But yeah, it's like there definitely were some mistakes when it came to the way BDSP was handled, in my opinion. But I think overall there were definitely some very, 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 very great things that it did. That because a lot of people they wanted Platinum over Diamond Pearl, I think get a lot overshadowed just because it's not Platinum. Game is bad. Yeah, I do like a lot of things about it, and I think that like I feel like we peel back, the wanting Platinum and look at the game more objectively, because even then Platinum wasn't that great of a game. Platinum really was. Oh, Snom. Oh, yeah. But like Platinum is a good game, but all things considered, Platinum doesn't really change all that much aside from Dex expansion, which this game does have the Dex expansion, and it adds like 2 fights and some extra dialogue. Which I mean the extra dialogue is great, but is it really worth $45 for a few extra lines of dialogue and 2 different fights? I mean, because I look at things like a much more practical standpoint of what you are paying for when it comes to buying a full price new game is like pretty much the same thing. Because like the distortion world really doesn't add all that much. It just adds like a little bit of extra padding for, oh yeah, you walk through this entire place and a little bit of lore stuff, but it's like 15-20 minutes of extra padding that you don't really need. I mean, as much as I adore the distortion world and like the idea of it, it doesn't really mechanically alter the game in terms of like it distinguishes itself from Diamond and Pearl, because Cyrus does the exact same thing. He wants to go, get the legendary to basically reshape the universe. The dialogue is mostly the same. It's just, okay, we change the background from a mountain to bottomless void. It doesn't change all that much, and I'm kind of okay with that, leaving it out. Because they still acknowledge the distortion world in the form of the Shadow Guillotine battle. Yeah, I mean, a lot of that is, like, probably because, like, the Platinum thing. Well, was your first game Platinum? Because if that is the case, then that might be what it is. Because a lot of people like the same way with Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Like, if you first played, Sun and Moon, most people generally hate Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. But most people who played Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon first don't really care much for Sun and Moon. So I think it's a case of, like, order in which we played might have been the case. Unless you played Diamond first and then played Platinum second. But a lot of it is because, like, you're used to, like, the added stuff. Well, I mean, like, your first game of Sinnoh. Your first game of Sinnoh, was it Diamond or Platinum? Is most of what I was asking. Not, like, the first game overall. Really? Interesting. Fascinating. But yeah, it's like realistically, there's not much different between Platinum and Diamond and Pearl. It's just, a few, like, dialogue text boxes, which, when you really break it down, is $45, are those, like, few text boxes worth $45? Is somewhat of what I'm leaning towards. I mean, I definitely love Platinum. I think Platinum is a great game. I think it is a objective upgrade over Platinum, Diamond and Pearl, but not in but in a lot of, like, a lore capacity, where I'm, like, a big lore person. I'm a lore person, and it's great for the lore things. Play through all of Moon and X, please say. Yeah, a lot of people agree the Ultra games, I agree, are better. I love the Ultra games more. I think they're just vastly better. I know, but I'm saying, like, in general. I'm saying in general, Jays. Not just, like, okay, in one person you're spending money. I'm saying in general, if someone were to have Diamond and Pearl, and then were to get Platinum, is Platinum worth paying $45 for those little extra additions? Because if you actually do look at, like, a lot of, like, the sale charts numbers, things like Platinum don't really sell all that well relative to the initial releases, because most people see them as, well, they're just kind of the same exact game. It's just a little bit of extra thing to spend on it. But market analysis wise, it isn't that worth it to make them because people don't really buy them as much. It is. I agree. It is a better game, but you might be using objectively in the wrong term, because it is. The only differences are like 2 battles. You get the Cyrus battle in a little different in the distortion world. It seems a little different, and then you get the other Cyrus battle early on, where you get the there's 3 Cyrus battles in Platinum. There's only 2 in the regular one. So you get 1 extra battle with Cyrus and a little bit of a change up in the second one, third one, not second one, and a few different dialogue boxes, and then just some team changes around other ways. When you compare like the broad strokes of the game, 95% of the game, it's probably more than 95% of the game, is identical. Aside from like some little aesthetic things here and there, the games are almost identical and interchangeable. Yeah, I mean, like, that means, like, there's very, very minor changes. Almost everything else about the game is the same. But, like, everything else, they are the same. Yeah, I remember that they do change Fantina. A lot of that was because, like, people just got confused and it was just a hassle. The idea of that was, like, oh, yeah, just go and explode things, then you come back, because you make a loop. But it just didn't work out well, because people didn't like it. But, yeah, again, like, that is a lot of what I mean, is, like, there's these very, very minor changes that they really don't change the game. It's not like, say, the revolutionizing from, say, Sapphire and Ruby into Emerald, where there's a very large structural difference of the way that the game is, where you have a bunch different battles. The trainer battle, the gym leader battles are notably different. Some of the rival battles are significantly different. There's a few differences in some of the battles, but not as many. Yeah, there's the Fantina one, the Dex Chain. Well, I know, but again, there's the comment I make of the broad strokes are identical. The differences are these little tiny things like, okay, well, you can get another Pokemon here, you can get this sooner. The broad strokes of the game are largely identical. Yeah, like that's what I mean. Is like Emerald is a almost complete. Emerald is largely a new game. There's a lot of similarities, but it is vastly different to Ruby and Sapphire. You play, Platinum. A lot of the differences are, well, there's like an extra Pokemon here, there's an extra Pokemon there. You can get to this place a little sooner. This fight you do at this point instead of a little later. They just shift the stuff around a little bit. It's not all that different in the grander scheme of things. When it comes to the broad strokes of the game, Platinum and Diamond and Pearl might as well be the same. The differences do come in, largely the Fantina fight and the Flint fight are really the 2 big different ones. But mostly, aside from those, the games are almost the same. Hey, we're getting rated by Samurott the Water Dragon. How are you doing, Samurott? We're just here talking a little bit about Platinum and games like that. But how are you doing, guys? Welcome, Gabby Cat Gaming, Samurott Water Dragon. How are you doing? How are you doing? Let me go grab your link. How have you guys been? Here, put other question. Favorite gym leader is Raihan. Wrong link. Wrong channel. Oh, thank you, Hannah. But yeah, it's mostly for me that Platinum is a great game. The changes are not that drastic enough for me to say, like, this is a completely different game, just because the game really doesn't change all that much, like, completely. It's not like a top-down rework. We're gonna stop by. I was playing Persona 2. Nice. Everyone, if you came in for that raid, please do not forget to leave a subscribe and like the video. It really helps us with the channel, and we are slowly growing on our way to 1K subs. And everyone from my end, please go show some love to Samurott Water Dragon. Favorite game is Gen 5. Black and White is my favorite game. And that is... I love Black and White. Like, Black and White... If Platinum was more like, say, Emerald or more like Black 2, White 2, I would say, yeah, definitely it would be, like, better to have remade that. But with, like, the broad strokes being almost identical, you largely imported everything from Platinum into BDSP. So it largely is a Platinum remake. It's just not overtly a Platinum remake, which I kind of like. It's, like, disguised in a weird way. But yeah, like, the Wayward Cave thing is... But yeah, like, the thing about the Distortion World is, the Distortion World doesn't really serve a purpose, though. As in, like, it doesn't alter the game. It's just go walk through this whole puzzle to just get to fight Cyrus, as opposed to just fighting at the top of Spear Pillar. It's a lot of padding, I guess. It has a great atmosphere. Like, that's one of the things that I think people put a bit of too much focus on, is, like, the atmosphere of it. Like, the atmosphere of the Distortion. Like, the atmosphere and, like, the lore of the Distortion World is so good. But it's a lot like, say, a place that exists just to exist. It exists, you know, for a little bit of lore and a little bit of padding, but if you leave... If you pretty much left out the Distortion World, like, the whole, like, Distortion World battle thing, like, as in going into the Distortion World and just fought Cyrus on the top of Spear Pillar, the game realistically wouldn't have any difference. It's because it's just basically an extended segment on top of, it's not Stark Mountain. What's the Biggie Mountain, Mount Coronet. It was like an extended, you know, mini dungeon on top of Mount Coronet just to get to the battle. It's a very great lore thing, but it's not necessarily my favorite thing when it comes to just having to play, because it just takes a while to go through it. But again, thank you, Samrat, for that raid. Thank you very much for that raid. Top 5 are Legends, Platinum, Emerald, Black and White 2, and Ultra and Ultra Moon. Interesting. I was not the biggest fan of Legends. I was not the biggest fan of it, because, I mean, a lot of it was like, I love battling, and the game didn't have that much battles. Legends is a lot like what I say with, like, Platinum. It's a lot of, like, great lore stuff is in Legends, but gameplay-wise, I was not the biggest fan of Legends. I actually have an entire, like, discussion video about Legends coming soon. Yeah, a lot of it just felt a bit grindy to me, because, like, I mean, I'm a big battle person. I'm a very big battle person, and there really weren't that many battles. You know, because you really think about it, there's, like, maybe 20 battles in the entire game against, like, trainers, and almost all of them only have, like, one actual Pokemon, aside from the last 3 fights. We have, Benny, I think is his name. He's, like, the guy that makes, like, the soup. The Potato Mochi, I think is what his name is. Like, there's the battle against Benny. There's Kamado, and then there's the Volo battle. But those are the only 3 battles, like, they have more than, like, 2 Pokemon. And all the other battles are like, oh yeah, one Pokemon's level, like, you know, 30 on par with you, and the other 2, like, side Pokemon, like, level, like, 10. It's like, this isn't a battle. This is, like, the 2 side things do nothing. I mean, the other thing was, like, I didn't like the noble battles, because, like, I kind of was expecting the noble battles to be, like, you know, these, like, totem-style boss fights, like, a lot like the other totem Pokemon in Ultra and Ultra Moon, like Sun and Moon. But it's just throw food at the noble Pokemon and beat them. Because all the battle does during the whole thing is it just makes the bombs do more damage. Thank you very much, Samrat, for the raid. Thank you very much for that. Like, it's that you don't battle the nobles with Pokemon is kind of more my thing. Is that, like, I was kind of expecting, like, totem-style battles where instead of, like, it's just a food fight, you're just chucking food at the nobles, and I find that a bit boring. It's a really cool idea, it's just I would have liked to battle them as the bigger emphasis. Like, the bomb could have been, like, the first fight, or, like, second half of it, but you have to, like, defeat them in battle first. Because, like, battling them is, like, almost completely inconsequential due to the it's just bomb damage. That I mean, see that's my thing a lot with is Legends is a lot like the thing with BDSP is that I can respect the ideas of it, but I don't really like the execution because I think they really underutilize the alphas. Like, I was expecting so many boss battles, like alpha boss fights, because like the when you have to go get like the three pieces to get the red chain, like each of the things from the lake spirits. I was thinking like that was gonna be like all the noble battles, like that's what the noble battles were gonna be like. And it was like, okay, well, there's like three of these awesome boss fights, but like it's just three in rapid succession. There's like no real boss fights for the game, and that kind of felt me like a little underwhelmed. Because like you don't really get to battle the nobles is like my only like real issue, but I do like the EV system. The change to the EV system I think was fantastic because it's more player friendly to have that. I don't think they're gonna ever bring that into the mainline games though, unfortunately. But that's just due to the nature of the system and the nature of like the current EV and IV system. I mean, they might do it, but I don't think they can do like elements of it. I don't think they can do fully bring it in. I don't think they would ever like fully bring it in. Excuse me. Yeah, it was definitely a vast improvement. It was a vast improvement. Well, there's a reason why they didn't have online battling with it, Jay. There's a reason why. Because the game was explicitly designed around single player. The whole agile style, strong style battle system would not work in an online multiplayer capacity. That's the reason why they didn't have it in there. Is really due to the fact that because when they make the normal Pokemon games, they always balance and like design the games with new Pokemon and new moves around the competitive aspect as a not necessarily as like a main consideration, but it is a general consideration for like new mechanics. Obviously, there's something where it doesn't work, but they generally have that be an influence with no need to balance mechanics around competitive systems. They could just go all out with making just a great single-player experience. I know it's for the lore, but at least... Yeah, I mean, again, that's the reason why the problem is it cannot be balanced for playing between people, so it will just become a very toxic battle system with people abusing the heck out of the strong-style, agile-style things, which is part of why it was never going to be implemented. But yeah, like, that's my big issue with like the entirety of Legends is the game exists for lore. And I mean, I'm a huge lore person. I love lore. It's one of the reasons why I actually really love Halo. But if a game exists, purely for lore, then I just kind of get a little bored with it. It's one of the reasons why I mean, the other thing is with Legends is it is, especially with some of the release of like information about Scarlet Violet, it is becoming increasingly more clear that Legends was never meant to be purely, this is a lore game for the lore nuts. This is a, open world Pokemon game for the people who want an open world Pokemon game. It's becoming increasingly more clear that Legends was a tech demo. That it was a tech demo designed to test out the limits of can an open world Pokemon system function. Which is why the game is relatively so small. There's only 244 Pokemon in the game. There is no battling, realistically speaking. There's really no battles to have outside of, some of the trainers post-game, which is rematches with them at higher levels and better teams. Just improved versions of their earlier teams. There's no real boss battles. The bomb fights with the nobles are not really battles. They're just basically food fight throws. It was never meant to really be a Pokemon game in the same way that many of the others are. it was designed as a tech demo. It's a freaking great tech demo for what it is, but it still largely is a tech demo. Because it's a lot of the same thing as the headlight thing is glow red when attacking and blue when it... Yeah, I love that. Because it's the same thing actually as... It's the same thing actually as Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. Like, it's very clear, like, in hindsight now that Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, the only reason why they were able to sell that game was due to that Kanto exists, and, well, the base of, well, Kanto's a very bland game normally, so we don't really need to add all that much. We just do Kanto again. It's a very bland game normally, so we can have it be there, and no real problems are come from basically making a buyable tech demo. So, they test a lot of the mechanics, like, you know, future inclusions that were going to be in Shield and Sword, and trial them in Let's Go, refine them for, you know, the Shield and Sword game, and do the same thing with Legends. It was the exact same thing. It's... Because that's the reason why Legends was able to get away with being such a small game, relatively speaking. Well, it's a new take on a Pokemon-style game with, you know, open world, or semi-open world, more than anything, you know, no battle transitions. It was basically meant to tech demo the feasibility for a future larger project. And, like, I have to respect the fact that they kind of disguised it as well as they did, but it is becoming, like, that is what it is, and I find that so entertaining. But yeah, it's like, it's very interesting. I like the way they made the game open. I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah, it's a great game. Like, it is objectively a good game. However, if you're looking for, like, battles, you're not gonna find it there, because that was one thing that, like, that's also part of the reason why it is a lot of, like, content creators just kind of stopped doing Legends stuff so quickly. Was that just the burnout from that game was so massive, because there really isn't all that much variety in it. You know, like, one of my favorite things was, with Shield and Sword, people were like, you know, oh, BDSP is gonna kill Shield and Sword. No, it's still going strong. It's still going strong. Legends is gonna kill Shield and Sword. No, Shield and Sword is, like, still going as strong as it ever was. Thank you very much, Sari. Thank you very much, Sari. Yeah, if you're, like, for the hunting, but the thing about the hunting is that, like, you get shinies so fast in that game. Like, that's one thing about Legends, is you get so many shinies in Legends so quickly. It's kind of not even funny how quickly you just accumulate them. But yeah, we do indeed need some good luck for the dino. We do indeed need some good luck for the dino. But yeah, we're also probably going to be ending off relatively soon. Because we did do 200 encounters today, and we are a bit long on a stream right now. So yeah, I think this is going to be our final encounter for the day. I will go look for someone to give a raid to. And yeah. Let's go find that. Ooh. That's a hunt. That's a hunt. Who we gonna go and raid? Who we gonna go and raid? I gotta find someone to raid. Who we gonna raid now? Let's see. Alright. Alright. I think I know where we're gonna go. Can one of my mods please go get our Mechanized Max's raid tag? There we go. What'd you get, Jays? What'd you get something, Jays? Raid time. There we go. Mechanized Maxis raid over to our good friend Anxious Christian, who is presently doing Dynamax Adventures hunting for Shiny Zygarde. A shiny I have struggled with myself, but I have now, so let's go send him some love.